Can I offer anybody some chocolate?
I could go for some chocolate. I don't have anything sweet here except for 2 remaining butter cookies.
I may actually... Well, 1, you'll be getting more butter cookies soon, and 2, I'll probably be getting something later.
Oh, nice.
Debating on what, though?
Anyway, good evening, my darling batlings. I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. I'm joined tonight by JKR and Nico Belmont.
Heyo.
Greetings, fellow hunters.
And tonight we're going to be continuing Sonic Frontier Mod Madness attempt at the DLC back at the Master King Koco trial. I've unfortunately had to turn off the, mods that were changing the models of the Titans into more shitposty stuff, so Bermuda has been banished.
Damn.
Because it was making it too hard for me
Bermuda.
to read their attack animations, because they're T-posing the whole time.
To everyone in chat, F in the chat for Bermuda. At least pay your respects.
Yes, F's in the chat for Bermuda the Rayquaza. Hello, Iron. Glad to see you here.
Hey, Iron.
Hey, Iron. I got Widget in her crate right next to me, and she's very happy.
Ooh, nice.
And
I got Mint right next to me, as usual.
Poor baby wasn't feeling good last night. She actually threw up in her crate almost before the game began.
Aw, poor baby.
Aw, what happened?
Yeah. Don't know. I guess she probably scarfed down her food too fast.
She had the upset stomach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, let's switch on over here, get out of the throne room, and start the game, shall we?
Also, Nico, I really have. One of these days, I'm gonna kick your ass just for the fact that if it hadn't been for you, I never would have been starting to kick myself in the ass for not getting Michael Bell's autograph when I went to Orlando a couple years ago.
Why is that warranted for me to get my ass kicked?
Because you basically told me that he was the voice of Nagas in Sad AM.
That was me.
Oh,
That was
you.
Ari.
Nico
my
wasn't
bad.
present for that.
I swear he was. I am sorry, Nico.
He was AFK when that happened.
My memory is just really fucked, okay? I had a lot of shit going on lately.
Look, I didn't sleep until 5 a.m. I had massive sinus problem. My blood sugar was 487 due to me being not feeling well. I feel your pain.
Yeah. But yeah, then Ari has another... Then it's Ari who has received the target of my scorn.
I mean, if you want to borrow any tools I have in the Belmont hold for that, you can use them.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate me because I'm an asshole.
That's exactly the point. I hate her because she's an asshole.
I still owe you for getting me flustered about the whole Lulu Twin Peaks yesterday, you know?
Dare I ask?
Apparently, in the game they were playing
No.
yesterday-
You have to watch the VOD. It goes
Oh
up
my
tomorrow.
God. Just watch the VOD, then you'll understand why.
Okay.
I will heed the rules of this place.
Speaking of VOD, Ari, I noticed not your latest VOD, but like one of your previous ones. I noticed that comments had been disabled for the video. I was curious.
It did that. It did that automatically for some reason. I didn't set it to do that.
Okay, I was wondering if you were aware of it.
No. Anyway, I'm using Corone's model tonight for Sonic.
Okey-dokey.
Alright, now I should hopefully have a better chance. I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Especially when I'm climbing up Giganto.
Get that doggo! Get her! Get her!
Yeah, now I can actually see what I'm climbing on. As opposed to just having to wing it.
Yeah, so
I mean-
you shouldn't get hit too much.
But Ari, you're not playing as a bird.
could if I used a model that changed it to, like, Jet the Hawk or Wave the Swallow or Storm the Albatross.
Yeah, exactly the point. I'm just saying, it's like, so how exactly can you wing it then?
Well, I mean, she can fly.
Okay, that was way quicker than the previous time.
Yes, it was.
Kicked in.
Yep. Out of curiosity, Ari, which of the Titans on the Starfall Islands is your favorite?
Probably Knight. Has the most interesting design and the most interesting boss fight.
Yeah. I think for me, in terms of design, it's probably Squid, even though I don't...
That's not a Titan.
That's actually a Titan.
There's only 4 Titans.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was actually... Okay, I wasn't sure if Squid was actually considered a Titan, but it's like...
No, Squid is not considered a Titan. Squid's considered a Guardian.
Guardian, okay, thanks.
Guardians are the mini-bosses.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, honestly, I like Guardian. I like Squid just for the fact of its overall, design, but I think in terms of Titans, though, I think it has to be Giganto, just because of the frickin' skull-like jaw that it's got.
Yeah, Giganto's got a killer design. Wyvern's probably, like, the most mid for me. Like, I don't dislike any of them, but Wyvern's the one I like the least. It's the least memorable to me. And yet
oddly enough, Wyvern is my favorite.
And oddly, it's had the biggest impact on this playthrough.
Well, yeah, obviously, because Bermuda, but no, Wyvern is one of my favorites, just for the sheer fact of, from what I'm hearing in the game, it's a very interesting fight, in my opinion, well, at least to me.
It's the only one where you're, like, mostly chasing after it and dodging obstacles, waiting for the chance to hit it, rather than just, going mano-a-mano with it.
I was gonna say, it's nice to be the one chasing, rather than being chased for a change.
Yeah, this fight's going a lot better this time.
What's your ring count at?
338. And I just got locked into a quick time event. 338, and it's about a quarter health left. 332 now. Because, like I said, in a bit of what ended up being unintentional assholery, the counter for your ring counter counts down while you're in quick time events.
Yeah, so they basically can, like, cheese you out of a fight.
Yeah, like it's doing right now.
You got this, Ari. Believe in we who believe in you.
The fact I'm able to get these counterattacks in is really helping. And that should do it.
All right.
297 left.
Yeah, you should definitely have this.
Knight's going to be the hardest one because it's the hardest one. It's the hardest one to climb up because it has like area of effect attacks.
I was gonna say, because Wyvern goes down harder than a ton of bricks, and the Knight one, the way you're describing it reminds me of a boss in Order of Ecclesia named Elgor, which is a giant robotic Centaurian Knight that you have to climb to kill.
I mean, it basically is that. Except there's a part it is basically that. It's a Centaurian Knight that you have to climb in order to, get the Chaos Emerald to fight it. But also, when you're fighting it, not only do you have to like deal with its sword attacks, you also have to during the first phase you have to like disable its shield, and in the second phase you have to deflect its shield back at it to stun it.
Oh.
Because like it throws its shield that bounces around the room, the arena, and you have to use parry to deflect it.
Let's see. Oh, so get this. I saw this in a Facebook group that I'm part of for Sonic the Hedgehog fans. Someone actually, and this is what kind of irks me, because apparently this is like going on the whole like Ian Flynn hate.
Ian Flynn hate is just goofy.
It really is.
People hate Ian Flynn for writing decent stories and creating interesting new characters.
Yeah, apparently it's like they just automatically think that he and like he's on the same level as Ken Penders. And I'm like, no, they are two drastic.
No, Ian Flynn actually started out as a fan of the franchise before getting to write the comic, whereas Ken Penders took the role, you know, on the suggestion of someone else in the industry that he was friends with, and because his son was a fan of Sonic. And also, unlike Ken Penders, Ian Flynn doesn't try to claim copyright of stuff he doesn't own.
Yeah, you know, the thing is that someone was saying that Sage is nothing more than an OC. Like an inserted OC to the franchise. And I'm just like, then what the fuck do you call all the other fucking echidnas? Like, what the fuck do you call all the other fucking echidna that Ken Penders inserted into Sonic media back in the day?
I was gonna say, a lot of character designs, even before like the whole franchise was even made, a lot of characters in general, no matter what game it is or whatever, they all start as original characters until they make a footing for themselves. That's usually the concept.
Yeah, and it was like they were saying how it's like Sage was like basically an OC masquerading as Eggman's daughter, and I'm just
See, this is why it's both beneficial and detrimental that Ian Flynn got a lot of the promotional credit for Sonic Frontier's story, because like, he didn't write the entire story himself. He was given a story outline of like the characters that would be included, how the general plot beats and stuff from the director, whose name escapes me at the moment. We'll see it in the credits. And he just wrote the script based on that outline. So it's not like he had free reign to do whatever he wanted. Like, Sega would not just let... Sega's a lot more controlling these days of what writers do with Sonic, especially in external media like comics. So they wouldn't just give him free reign to do what he wanted in a mainline game.
No.
Like, it's because of Ken Penders that they're a lot more persnickety about everything.
Yeah.
And Ian Flynn, I will give him all the respect in the world for, he did not like how the Sega mandates for a good decade required Shadow to be portrayed in all media, that he, as a, you know, better understander of the character than apparently Sega was, didn't want to write him as an unlikable piece of shit character. So he just chose to include him as little as possible, rather than write Shadow untrue to how he's actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
Despite him being, you know, one of the most popular characters in the franchise. Yeah, I've screwed up too many parries in the Wyvern fight to be able to make it tonight. So, have to start over.
How many rings did you lose?
It's not that I lost too many rings, it's that I wasted too much time by, missing parry opportunities or, like, getting hit. That,
Oh, so it was more so a time thing rather than a ring thing.
You're supersonic. You don't lose rings when you get hit.
I was just saying, like, I would assume because your rings...
I was down to, like, around 230, 220. And I was only halfway through with the fight and hadn't landed a hit on him during that second phase.
Yeah, assumingly you'd probably be at like 160 something.
Yeah, and that's not enough for me in particular to take on Knight.
No.
I say me in particular because I'm sure people can do it, just not me. I'm aware of my own limitations.
Probably a safe number would be like 230 or 235.
Yeah. At least Sega allowed him to have Sonic mention one of the IDW characters, says Iron. Yep, and now in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, IDW characters are part of the cast, which means they can appear in mainline games now.
Which I really want to play Cross Worlds very badly, because it sounds so much fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for Cross Worlds. Not enough to pre-order it, but still, it's got me intrigued.
Also, I'm from what I've listened to of people playing the online beta and everything, I'm definitely thinking there is going to be a story mode for it.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a story.
Cups.
There's definitely going to be at least some sort of single-player mode. If not a full story, then some sort of like campaign.
Well, yeah, because they stated there was 7 Grand Prix cups and 7 emeralds, and I'm like, okay, that means probably need to get first in all cups in order to get like the final Grand Prix / final boss going, maybe. At least that's my assumption.
I mean, I assume there's going to be some sort of single-player mode other than, just standard races, because this seems to be going more along the lines of what Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed did, and that had an extensive single-player campaign. That was how you unlocked all the stuff.
Yeah, the customization in that game, from what I was hearing, sounds very, like, extensive and neat. Like, God, like, there's so many ways you can trick yourself out online. It's like you can play the same character and you're not exactly at the same stats. You can actually outplay another person.
Yeah.
Which is very fun to me. Because that way there's no, tier list of what character is better in a race. You could be like, hey, I want to play Jet or Shadow, and I can eat, and you can match or outclass anybody.
Yeah. Another racing game in recent years, although by in recent years I mean like 5 years ago now, that did a similar thing, although they went too far with trying to balance it, in my opinion, was Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, where, like, initially there was not a definitive tier list of characters, but since each character had, like, a defined like, specialty, like, speed, acceleration,
play style,
play style, that meant that I think it was acceleration-based characters were just definitively better than everyone else. So everyone only played characters like Koco or Embryo or whatever. So their way of trying to balance it was to just make it so every character can now choose can now just switch between all the playstyles. So it's like, okay, so you've effectively just made the entire cast skins.
Yeah.
For one racer.
Good lord. Good lord. I honestly never played Crash Tag Racing or any of them.
I played a bit of Nitro Fueled, mostly single player, because the online mode was a pain in the ass, just due to, the usual stuff of, like, you're a low-ranked player, you're playing ranked-based matchmaking, and you get paired up with, like, people that play this game obsessively day and night.
So basically you're a low-ranked player being paired up with higher-ranked players that no-life it.
Yeah.
That is unbalanced as heck.
Yeah, and this was not long after it had come out, either.
I still find it funny how people maxed out their online ranking in Cross Worlds, like, for the demo. And it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious to me.
I'll read your messages in a bit, Iron. I've got to keep my focus on not getting hit, because I'm a little bit lower on rings than I want to be. I'm at exactly 300.
I can read it for you, Ari, if you want.
Sure.
Let's see. Speaking of racing, my dad managed to get a hold of a steering wheel controller that was for the 360. However, the controller had a different plug. And there is an adapter for it, but we don't have it, so currently it's just taking up space in the house.
If you're offering it to me, I don't have room for it, and I don't play enough driving games on 360 to justify dedicating space to it, but I appreciate the offer if that's what you're trying to say.
I don't think he was offering because he also said that he got it for, that his dad apparently got it for his brother.
Okay.
Now, I could just be completely misunderstanding this.
I'm not sure either. That's why I said if that's what you're offering.
Best not to worry about it.
Thanks for the head pats.
Head pats, Oni-chan. I'll let you hold my hand and we can do other things, but I need my head pats, Oni-chan.
Fucking hell, I'll pat your damn head.
Hello, pat your damn head, don't choking me!
I still can't get used to that, even though I know that.
You know it's there, but you're never ready for it.
No, I'm not actually. Like, you think I would be at this point, but no.
Alright, phase 2 of Wyvern.
I kind of like Wyvern's overall design. I forgot what it looks like because I only
You're so
remember,
used
like,
to Bermuda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so used to fucking Bermuda that I just forgot what the default Wyvern looked like.
Well, JKR, to be fair, Bermuda is superior, Wyvern is inferior. But no, Wyvern is a really sick design. Like, even the egg Wyvern that they used in Sonic 06 for Sonic's final battle and on his story was an interesting battle design, and I always sort of liked the robotic dragon aspect of that, because you rarely even see that in like Sonic rather than most games anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least done correctly or done well.
I'm having trouble telling when to parry these missiles because they blend into everything.
Well, there's not much you can do about that. That's just more so on the environment's part.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart this again.
All right, guys, place your bets. It's 2 tries so far. How many tries tonight are we how many tries tonight will it take? Place your guesses.
I'm going to say it'll take her about 10 tries tonight to actually beat it.
I'm gonna say probably 5 or 7.
Yeah, I'm betting high, but you know, again, it's
safe bet. Safe bet.
Yeah. Whoever gets like the closest to however many tries it takes her wins the bet.
Don't you just love when you keep running into an attack because the camera won't let you see it's coming?
Oh.
Yeah.
He just wombo comboed me 3 times because I couldn't see when his attack was coming.
I relate with that all too much.
Also, that like claw swipe attack he has that he keeps hitting me with has a way quicker wind-up than I thought it did.
I'm assuming the earlier version of this fight, the claw swipe was a little slower.
No, it's that you have a 3-frame parry, so you have to get it perfect.
Well, yeah, but like I'm just saying,
and, like most of his attacks are slightly off of their animations, as in like the hitbox for the attack is like a good several frames after the attack animation is finished, but that claw swipe is damn quick. It's like the one that's actually tied with its animation.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I was saying, like, because probably earlier when you first fought the thing, you had a bit more of a window.
Well, you have a bit more of a window because you can just hold the block buttons and that automatically counts as a parry no matter when it hits.
Okay.
The thing that makes the parry so hard to get used to is that you've never had to actually parry on time to anything throughout this whole game.
Essentially, it's just get good. That's all.
Yeah, this entire section is just get good. And that's why I said, like, people were shocked by the massive difficulty spike in the DLC, because you never had to get good until now. The game was incredibly forgiving before.
Well, people complained if it was too easy. They wanted harder. They got hard.
It was, but like, this is the easier version of it post-patch, because at launch when I first played it, it was even harder because the parry was even shorter window.
But that doesn't matter. The fact is, they're like, the game is a little easy. You be harder. Guess what? We gave you your wish. We just nerfed it a little bit.
Would you like to know how little they nerfed it, while also understanding how unforgiving it was when the DLC first came out?
Probably a minuscule amount.
Like I said, 3-frame parry now on hard mode. It gets up to, I think, like 5 or 10 frames on easy. It was 1 frame at launch.
So the nerf wasn't really that big. It's still 2 frames.
It wasn't that big, but it's still noticeable.
Yeah. I mean, going from 1 frame to 3 frames isn't exactly much of a nerf. It still feels like a similar difficulty spike. Ah, God.
You good, Nico?
No, I'm fine. I stretched and I heard a popping in my joint, and I'm like, okay, that felt good, but also, ow.
That's got a height.
Yeah.
The main thing that's making Giganto such a pain in the ass to get past in a timely manner is, like, in his second phase is when he starts pulling out the quick time event attacks, and those are, like, there's only one that you can parry out of. The other one, once he starts up the animation, you're just locked into it.
You're committed.
Yeah. And there's, like, this video that started circulating on Twitter around Sonic Frontiers release when people were first getting to the Giganto fight that showed someone sidestepping this laser attack, which is the one that locks you into the quick time event as soon as its animation starts. And people are like, wait, you can sidestep that? No, the fuck you can't. That was a mod.
Yeah. If it was a mod, it didn't count. Look, I'm all for doing it legit, but... Oh my god.
Like, the context isn't like, oh, I made a mod that lets you, sidestep the laser attack. It was, hey guys, did you know that you can sidestep the laser attack? So they were just lying.
Yeah.
So shitpost, a troll.
Do we think we'll get another Sonic game like Frontiers? Absolutely. How long have I been trying to beat this for? It went on for about like an hour and a half last night. Not last night, last week.
Last time,
yeah. This time it's only been about like 40 minutes. Actually, no, it would be about 30 minutes because there's a 10-minute intro to my streams.
I was gonna say, we just started.
Yeah, not too long. This is my 4th attempt.
Yeah. I'm still betting on 5 to 7 attempts.
I've had to turn off the,
That's my window.
as you probably noticed, Camo Kaplamo, I've had to, turn off the, mods that change the models of, the Titans, because I could not read their attack animations with those on, because they're constantly T-posing.
Yeah, look, if we kept those models on, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be here for the entire stream. If not, probably have 2 more streams dedicated to dealing with this crap.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Bermuda the Rayquaza is gone, and so is the Primal Groudon Bruce.
But any fan art of Bermuda or Bruce is welcome, and keep them in your hearts.
Yes.
They were a big part. They were a big part of this stream.
Fan art's always appreciated. My art tag that I've never actually used because people usually DM me. When it first came out, the window on hard mode was around 4 frames, and after patch, it's about 8 frames. Okay, so so thanks for correcting me on that. I knew it was some, like, insanely low frame count. I was getting most of my info from, Radical Soda's review of the, DLC, and he referred to it as, I think, a free-frame. The Titans were asserting dominance. Yes, they were, and they were dominating the hell out of me, and not in the fun way.
Well, the frames were in the right ballpark. It just wasn't
It's
exact,
still in the
so.
single digits, and that's pretty harsh for a Sonic game.
Again, Maxine, this is why I say it is in the ballpark. You're not like entirely wrong here.
I mean, they listened to people saying this is a good game, but the boss fights are piss easy. They were like, "Oh, you think this is piss easy, huh? Well, we'll keep the boss's attack patterns won't change, but you'll have to actually time your parries now."
It means it means stop being lazy and actually get good at the game. Damn it.
Yep.
No more crying to your mom and holding down the button to get your parry. You're gonna have to that shit.
Also, the thing about me getting the frames wrong is also, like, I tend to very easily misremember stats. So, thank you for correcting me. I like to be correct when I state facts about things. So, thank you for letting me know. Don't feel bad about correcting me on something when I say something wrong.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong some of the times.
Camo Kaplamo said you could still have the 4-frame window if you're playing on extreme mode and with a one-hit kill, so that's fun. I'd rather not.
No.
I'd rather not.
Okay,
Let's not say we did.
No,
Right.
4 frames. 4 frames. If you mess up, it's an insta kill. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get good real quick, but that just sounds like you're asking to spike your controller into the wall. I already have enough of that from playing Guilty Gear on my PS4. I already had enough from that.
Let's see. Also, Ari, I don't know if you saw the message that I sent to you earlier about Alexis Rhodes. That whole
Yeah,
video
that was a
sent
clickbait
you,
video. I mean, I'm not too concerned.
Yeah.
What about
here's
Alexis Rhodes?
A video
Okay,
a video he saw that said Alexis Rhodes is the most hated Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Like the
and
most
here's the-
hated or the most dated?
Hated.
Hated.
Hated. Okay, that's okay. No.
Here's the interesting thing. It was kind of clickbaity. Basically, they explained in their video that the fans love Alexis. There's no question. He flat out admits, it's like, yeah, no, fans love Alexis. She's not hated by the fans. It's the writers of Yu-Gi-Oh! That hate her. Because they keep giving her... Because apparently she's been losing constantly. Like having a lot of losses compared to her win streak.
I mean, so has my Valentine.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, well, you know, apparently it's like in like the later seasons of GX, she's gotten kind of sidelined.
Yeah,
Apparently.
A Yu-Gi-Oh female
that is
protagonist,
valid.
a Yu-Gi-Oh female supporting character getting sidelined. Perish the thought.
I mean, she was in Zexal, I believe, because one episode she did duel in Zexal.
I've beaten
wasn't
this trial
Zexal, I
several
don't
times,
think.
but I don't think I'd be able
Arc
to stomach
5.
the extreme mode version.
Arc 5, okay. Yeah, I haven't watched really much of Arc 5. I watched a little of Zexal, but the ones I know more of is just the original
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, 5Ds, and GX. Those are the only ones I know of that are
Same
at least
here. Like,
fresh in my memory.
I've watched almost everything like US wise available of the original series GX and 5Ds. I've seen little bits and pieces of Zexal, but I haven't cared enough to keep up with it. And then anything after that, I was just like, that's when I kind of retired from dueling myself, and just kind of was like, meh, I don't really care about the show anymore.
I mean, I love dueling still, don't get me wrong. I have a actual Infernoble Knight deck to prove that point especially when I dueled Merryweather. But I watched Zexal for the character interactions because I cared more about that more so than anything else. But Arc 5, I just couldn't get into it. I lose track about that. I'm just like, okay, you're still not hooking me on the story here. Like, what are we doing? And then
And the issue I had with when I gave up playing the game was because the game was getting too complex for its own damn good. It was like,
Yeah,
they had to
every
add
few
more
years they'd
and
introduce a completely new gameplay system that was supposed to like keep it fresh, but it just made it way more complicated.
I know they haven't added a new system to summoning anymore, but I will say this. The moment they brought pendulum summoning out, I lost interest. It was only until they brought out Link Monsters that I finally started to understand that, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go off of the normal like fusion, synchro, XZs, and Link because I can understand that. But Pendulum is just way too stupid and broken in my opinion. I do not like playing against that. I'm sorry.
I don't even care about the link system. I'm like, I prefer. Here's the thing. For me, I don't mind the Xyz summoning because it's like, okay, that at least is a little more easy to work with. But anything after that, I'm just like, nope. Sorry, I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna stick with my fusions, my rituals, my synchros, and my Xyz. That's gonna be it.
My one gripe I do have with the game, and this may sound petty and childish to everyone here, and please forgive me. It's not fulfilling summoning strong monsters anymore. It's just like back in the day, you bring out a Gate Guardian, or you bring out a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, or like something along those lines.
A boss
without
monster,
the stuff you have
they call
now.
them.
Yeah, the boss. Yeah, basically. Then you're like, oh shit, this is awesome. Also, I'm screwed. But nowadays, it's just like, okay, turn one, I'm gonna bring out my boss monster, and it's gonna have like 20,000 attack points, and it's immune to card effects, being destroyed by battle, or being removed from play. And I'm like,
oh, it's
what
not even like that anymore. If you're looking at like professional level stuff, it's just people playing solitaire to finish the duel on the first turn.
No, basically, it's more so along the lines of, hey, I'm playing Exodia deck, and I'm going to be here for 2 hours milling through everything just so you don't get to play the game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what everyone does nowadays, except it's not just Exodia decks that do it anymore. Because Exodia decks are the ones where... Exodia decks are the ones where you kind of have to.
Ari, that's it. That is an understatement. I played a lot of ranked, back before I lost my vision, I played a lot of ranked Master Duel games. Almost 95% of players either play Dark Magician. Okay, 30% of players Dark Magician, 30% of other players play Blue Eyes. Everyone else, it's Exodia.
Yep.
It's fucking Exodia. And I'm just like, and I'm telling you this, if a turn goes on for 30 minutes, and I see you milling through your deck, I'm just gonna surround her right there. And like, yeah, you're no fun. I'm gone. Bye.
One of my favorite
I might
things
as
I've
well
been
not
learning
sit
about
here.
the Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitive scene through a YouTube channel called The Duel Logs is, like, despite how much, like, media hype the Egyptian god cards got, nobody fucking plays them because they're way too inconvenient to summon, let alone use any of their effects.
The god cards are not even good anyway to begin with. Like, again, the archetype around that set is, hey, I need to get these out as fast as possible.
Yeah, their entire
Here's the
archetype
problem.
is the entire archetype, and their support is all about just getting them on the play field.
That's not even just all of it. There's another card that they play with that people try to get out, which is the creator. You need to sacrifice all 3 god cards to get that one out.
Yeah,
and that's like an automatic victory.
It's an automatic victory, but at that point, if you manage to get all 3 god cards on the field, you're going to win anyway.
Yeah, and like I said, I played against Merryweather one time because Lulu. Hey, why don't you play against Merryweather? He's dueling right now. I'm not interested in doing it right now. I'm playing 14. And then all of a sudden I hear on his stream, hey, Belmont, winner gets to Shy's hand. And I'm like, what? So I end up dueling him. I kill him in 2 turns. He says, I brick Belmont. It wasn't fair. So then he gets a little salty, and then I duel him one more time. I lose this one because I brick. And he's just like, Belmont's thinking. I'm like, look, I bricked as well, but you don't see me whining.
Yeah.
And from that day on, we never had that third duel that determined the victor. And at this point, I was like, the fact is, the moment he said winner gets Lulu / Tashai's hand, I literally, like, one of my friends said, you just took Merryweather out back and shot him like Old Yeller. I'm like, yeah. I don't care at this point. I killed him in 2 turns. And then he played Louis Lusk Birds, and then proceeded to make fun of my knights. And
Camo Kaplamo, you're not
okay,
alone
good for
in
you.
not understanding anything that's being said right now, other than, you know, I know who Merryweather is, and I know who Lulu and Tashai are.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
This is basically what happens when, you know, Ari's just kind of like, you know, hyper focusing on the game, and you know, we're just trying to make conversation to.
I'm just trying. Yeah. I'm just trying to like share my experience about like what happened in a Yu-Gi-Oh duel, and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If it's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I tend to
entertain the masses.
Yeah,
I tend to run my mouth, and I do apologize ahead of time if I overgo.
I was going to say, I tend not to understand much about Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion in any way, because I play good games, like Sonic 06, and Right to Hell Retribution, and Desert Bus, which I haven't streamed yet, but I've thought about it.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty trash nowadays anyway. You're not wrong.
Do I want to know what you meant by Lulu's hand? His fiance's hand in marriage, yes.
Yeah, so, Lulu,
friend of the channel, who everyone should check out whenever she streams again. Lulu Lucille 990.
Yeah, which is best doggo VTuber. You can fight me on that one. She and I are a thing.
And Merryweather is potentially the most popular and well-known male VTuber out there. He's also well known for his webcomics.
Yeah, pretty much. And like I said, it's just I'm not gonna get too deep into it. It's just like me and Lulu have been together a really long. That's just all I'll say there on that one. I don't need to go into it. But no, definitely check out Lulu. She streams on occasion. She is very, very fun.
She's been doing Smasher Pass with different franchises lately.
Yeah, and she has a good time doing it, and I'm happy for her.
Damn it.
How's your ring count?
212.
And you're on Wyvern still, or are you
Wyvern
on
second phase.
I was gonna say you probably could barely beat Knight with the amount you have.
That's why I
but-
restarted.
Yeah. But
This is,
no,
attempt number
Yu-Gi-Oh!
6.
I'm just, but no, I'm sad that Yu-Gi-Oh! Fell off quite a bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I, a based fan of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, say that fell off the moment it started being about card games. Instead of Saw, but with high school students. When you think about it, the like original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, or Season 0 as people like to call it, is just like more kid-friendly Saw.
Yeah. It had a little more mature tones at times, but it was fine.
Let's see what Chemo Kaplamo said. The fact that Wyvern has like 4 different tail attacks that all look alike and have completely different nonsensical timings that can come out at random times makes me understand why that Purple Moon wanted these ancients fucking dead. Yes, someone can put it into words. Someone's able to put it into words that I couldn't. Wyvern has 4 different melee attacks that are ones you have to parry to get him into his vulnerable state. They all look the same, and they all have completely different timings that make no sense.
So basically, it's like, hey, random. It's basically Russian roulette at that.
And I shouldn't have side-looped him there. Now he's gonna be stuck in the air for a while. This is one of the things that comes to bite me in the ass a lot of times whenever I use the quick side loop against Giganto, is because you have to wait for the side loop animation to finish and for him to land on the ground for phase 2 or his death to trigger, means that you can waste a lot of time and, more importantly, a lot of rings waiting for him to die. And that's more so a flaw with how these fights are designed. Because typically in a boss fight, you know, the death triggers when the health empties. Whereas with Giganto, his health has to be empty, he has to be on the ground in his stunned animation, and you have to be close to him. Like, I usually don't have these sort of like technical looks at the Sonic Frontiers boss fights until I get to this fucking DLC. Because this is the time where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be fighting these guys for hours on end. So I am going to notice every problem with these fights now. I still like these fights. It's just, I don't like the Master King Koco trial. It's get good entirely. I just can't get good.
Well, you got a lot of work to do then, Ari. Or Maxine.
You can still call me Ari.
I
go.
Call her Ari.
I'm just saying, I'm half. Ugh.
Right, number 7.
You're okay.
Because I wasted too much time on Giganto getting comboed over and over again by the myriad of lasers shooting out of his back. But yes, I go by... Maxine is just, like, my legal name that I go by in this form, whereas Ari is just, you know, the name that most people call me. Is a nickname. Okay. It's not part of my legal name. It's not dead naming me to call me Ari.
Also, since you're on attempt 7, if you don't get it on this attempt, then JKR might actually have this in terms of the guess of how many tries it might take. I was gonna say, like
you can get lucky, and Wyvern will almost never use his tail attacks. So there was one time I got so unlucky that Wyvern did a tail swipe to be an easy power fantasy spectacle, not Sonic Sekiro. Sorry, those were 2 different messages that I read together because they got sent so close. That Wyvern did a tail swipe every time I breathed in his vicinity. I still won, though. These fights were designed to be an easy power fantasy spectacle, not Sonic Sekiro. Exactly! It's not supposed to
God,
be this hard. I know I'm playing on hard difficulty. I know I'm playing on hard difficulty. That is entirely my fault, and at the same time, the game made me do it.
I was gonna say we do not need to have a Sekiro moment. That is a controller killer game.
Like, how dare you make me actually pay attention to boss fight attack patterns and animations? Like this is, you know, a Platinum Games game.
I mean that's just how it be.
And I say that sarcastically because I love Platinum Games. I'm saying, how dare you make me play this like it's a good boss fight? At least the fight isn't getting Toho levels of hard. Yeah, that was more so the fight with the end, where it all of a sudden became like Ikaruga meets Toho with its bullet hell patterns.
Gave me a bit of a scare there for a second, Nico. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Sorry about that. Just
Don't apologize. I'm just thinking like you coughed out of nowhere, and I'm just like, yeah, what the fuck? So I'll just be the one. Sorry.
My drink went down the pipe.
Ladies, you're both sorry.
Kill me. Did you hear something?
Must have been the wind.
Probably.
This castle's very drafty this time of day.
It's probably from all the holes that were put into.
Yeah.
Came from the hole.
Yes, it did came from the hole. You wish to share about this?
Where'd the hole come from? The hole. From the hole.
Okay, I'll play this game. Okay, what hole and where is
Giganto, are you going to die, please?
Gigantos? Oh God, no! I'm done.
No, I'm saying Giganto's death animation isn't triggering. What the hell?
Giganto's death animation is not triggering because of his hole.
Well, now he has a hole through his chest.
Now you made another hole into him. Good job.
I beat it on easy mode when it first came out. Then I played medium mode and got good at that. Then went to hard mode and it was a much more pleasant challenge. Yeah, I beat it on easy mode when it came out before the patch came out. So this is my first run through. I'm actually playing it on its intended difficulty.
Yes, we're gonna. Oh yes, I did it on easy. Now let's go. Pain.
I don't know, what we feeling? If I don't make it this time, do I lower it down to medium?
I would say at this. I would say at that. I would give it at least like 3 or 4 more tries before doing that, because if it's gonna get to that point, then just for the sake of the stream, I would say just lower it to medium if you can't. If you've had enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't want this to be another like 2 hours of me stuck at the same part.
Right.
Yeah, like if it gets way too much, like I say, give it like 3 or 4 more tries. If it doesn't work out,
the new easy mode after the patch isn't even mildly challenging. Yeah, I wouldn't lower it. I wouldn't lower it down to easy, because that's, you know, too easy this time. Like you said, 15-second window on the post-patch easy mode for parries. Or 15 frames or 15 seconds, because that's very different.
We got hard, we got normal, we got easy, and super weenie hut juice.
15 whole last seconds. Okay, yeah, not gonna lower it down to easy, because I do want there to still be somewhat of a challenge. It's just hard mode is kicking my ass, and it's making this take way too long. And I don't want to drag this out any further than I already have. Or so for the sake of the viewers.
You went from
for my own
easy
frustration.
to hard.
I went from pre-patch easy to post-patch hard. There are a lot of tips and tricks and strategies as well. Yeah, there are. Most of it's just down to my reflexes, though. Which I have said before on stream, but since you're a new viewer, you probably haven't heard me say it. I have cat-like reflexes. Dead cat-like reflexes. I will say, being able to actually read the fucking animations is helping me, though. And being able to see where I'm climbing on Gigantos so I don't keep, you know, wasting time and getting blindsided is also helping. As funny as those Pokemon mods were, it made this section unbearable. Well, not the section I'm on right now, but this whole, like, Master King Koco trial, it made it unbearable. Out of curiosity, what is your favorite out of Sonic's forms, excluding Super Form? Excalibur.
Excalibur, Sonic.
Either Excalibur or
Dark
Darkspine, because I'm an edgy 2000s kid.
Nah, Excalibur is the only best Sonic form.
The two best non-supersonic Sonic forms both came from the storybook series, and no one gives them enough credit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on. Sonic's decked out in gold armor and has a badass sword that, by the call of Excalibur. Like, come on. What's not to love?
Yeah, my strategy for, like, eating through the boss health bars is spamming Stomp. Because it has a very quick animation and deals a lot of damage. That's what usually gets me through these fights. It's just more so my parry timings are off. And for Wyvern in particular, you have to parry to get it into a vulnerable spot. Supersonic 2 and Cybersonic from the DLC are definitely contenders. I agree. Cybersonic is so cool, even though we only see it for a few seconds. And don't actually get to play as it.
Ah. Sorry, back itches.
You're fine.
Wyvern is the least cheesable boss in here. It's just get good. Yes, I've noticed. Like, the problem is, Wyvern is so much just waiting and hoping that he doesn't counterattack you like he just did there. He's being very mean this time. That, like, by the time I get to Night, I simply don't have enough rings to be able to beat him.
Yeah, from what you're describing to me about Night, you just probably need like 230 or 235 to at least survive the encounter. But that's just my assumption, not a definitive answer.
He's not the only boss in the entire game that can break out of the encounter. Giganto can do that too, but he only does it. He does it most frequently in his second phase. I just lowered it to medium because I have shit to do.
Yeah, it's okay. You gave it a valiant effort. I gave it
2.5 streams, give or take. 1.5 streams, give or take, worth of effort. I have paid my dues.
Yeah, you're okay to have it.
Yeah, but Giganto doesn't break out of it. He just attacks while it's happening. Yeah, but that is like what I'm talking about. Like, Wyvern can break out of it and attack you in the middle of being side-looped, but it's just random when he does it, and most often at the most inconvenient moments. Wyvern's just mean. Oh, I see what you mean now, like, canceling the side loop entirely. Yeah, Wyvern is the only one who does that. Yeah, you were right about that, Camo Kaplamo. I'm gonna have to get used to having a longer parry window.
Yeah, usually, yeah, funny thing is when I play games, it throws me off so much. Like I'm so used to like a smaller window of time to like deflect attacks, and then I keep messing up because it's like, oh god, this is slower, not faster.
That can be done with as low as 100 rings. It's mostly getting up to Knight that throws me off, because that area of attack, the area of effect attack where where like he slams the ground and the spikes come out, keeps getting me. Like, it's not the fight with Knight that gets me, it's the climb.
Yeah, which is why I was assuming 230 or 235 because of preference, not more so like... So I'm sure people could do this like with 100 rings. Like,
I'm sure people could do it with really stupidly low ring counts. Sonic fans have done really incredible challenges with every Sonic game.
Yeah. It's just a matter of, like, preference at this point. Also, good one.
It's also a matter of my own abilities, which are not very high, I will gladly admit. I never claimed to be good at games.
Yeah. I could safely claim I'm not good at many games either. It just depends on the game. I think the last Sonic game I played was Forces. No, it was Origins. It was
Origins. I was there for that. Actually, no, the last one you played was Sonic the Fighters.
Right, I still play Sonic. No, I'm talking about like an actual like Sonic adventure.
Yeah, that would be Sonic Origins.
Yeah. But if it was a 3D Sonic, then aside from Adventure 2 Battle, it would have to be Forces.
How did I miss that?
I just didn't mind Forces.
You can completely skip the part of Knight's fight where you ride the shield, and then just side loop spam until his second phase, and then side loop him again in his second phase again, and then he's just dead. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. There seems to be a lot of strats for Knight that like the average player doesn't know about, and that's because like as much as Knight is my favorite of the Titan battles, it's one that doesn't really indicate that that a lot of these strategies that are intended even exist. Like I saw people when when the first battle against DLC, the End Supreme, came out, and people were like, how the hell am I... The End keeps on healing itself, what the hell am I supposed to do? And people were like, oh, you, use the shoulder buttons to target the cord coming out of its back, and, disable it that way. And people were like, how the hell was I supposed to do that? Knight, you do that in the Knight fight. Since when?! You can do that in the Knight fights, just it never indicates to you that that's a thing you can do throughout the entire game. And it's an intended potential strategy for the Knight fight. It just never indicates that to you, because nothing in the game has taught you during the Supersonic fights that you change what you're targeting by pressing left bumper or right bumper. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, there has to be big interrupting tutorial text on screen or anything like that. I'm someone who's more of a fan of, like, a game naturally teaching you its mechanics through its, like, design. Problem is, something like that is never even so much as hinted at through Sonic Frontier's design.
I think a lot of it is just experiment and find out.
Yeah, that seems to be how people are discovering a lot of these, like, completely intended strategies for the Titans, is just through experimentation and finding out, which, you know, has its own merits. But at the same time, there's a certain degree where it's like, this is required to beat the final boss of the DLC, and it's never tutorialized or hinted at in any part of the game until then.
You okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Okay, I was just making sure.
I'm just curious. It's like, why wouldn't I be okay?
Because I hear a lot of burping, and I'm like, you have
that's just JKR. He burps a lot on stream.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Like I said,
no,
I'm a war reward.
It's okay, Nico. Like the thing is that I tend to scarf a lot of food down, and in doing so, I take in a lot of air.
Fair enough. Like I said, I am just a worrywart constantly.
You're good. You're good, Nico. Don't worry.
We all love you except for the ones who don't, but those people don't count. Because they're wrong.
They can be valid. They can be valid at times.
They're entitled to their wrong opinions.
Agreed.
Okay, so they do, post-patch, they do give you a button prompt for how to target, but only on easy mode. Okay, on easy mode, you know, fair enough. Seems weird that this integral mechanic that's required for beating the final boss is only on easy mode.
Yeah.
That just seems a little... not like bad design to me, it's just like, I find that funny. It's like, oh, you want the game to flat out tell you what you have to do? Well, you have to bump it down to easy and take that L.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair enough, I suppose.
Wyvern's down to half health. We're in phase 2.
You got this, Ari.
Mess them up.
Mess him up! Mess him up! I don't know where I was going with that.
Come on, Ari. You're either a warty or a lucky drunk. Wait, no, that was my answer. Either way, mess it up. Destroy it.
Yep.
I'm gonna mess it up, alright.
Kick his ass. Kick his ass.
Shoot him with a laser. He dead in the toilet.
Okay, yeah, the parry window's a lot more forgiving on medium already, without being too ridiculous.
How's your rank?
Jesus, that tail attack's got some weird timing to it.
Oh boy.
He spins around like 3 times before he actually does the attack. Like I get, he's faking you out. It's just weird.
I'm doing a spinny spin and a flippy flip and then BAM!
What's the harm in going easy mode? My pride.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. The one thing about a lot of gamers is, once you go easy mode, you feel the shame of it even after victory.
Prince of all Saiyans? Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, just due to how this is written, I'm going to have to do this as a Team 4-star, and because it would be funnier this way. I am a Super Saiyan! Go to hell, Wyvern! I wanna be a Super Saiyan! I wanna!
Push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
Push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
Oh, God. DBC Abridged was so fucking good.
I need to actually watch DBZ Abridged. I haven't.
Well, that could be something for us to watch together then.
Yeah.
There is actually a compilation of all the episodes put into one long video.
You have not watched Abridged? You should. It is peak. It starts out pretty rough because, you know, it started in 2008. Everything was pretty rough back then. It gets amazing around, like, middle of Season 2, so around, like, 25 episodes in. Well, the episodes are reasonably short length.
I've been getting into Sonic the Abridged Hall recently.
Some of the, like, DBZ Abridged is so beloved, not just by, I feel like it would be lonely and sad to watch it alone. Not necessarily, because, that's how people watched it when it was still coming out. But one thing that makes it easier to sit down and watch is that it does have a defined endpoint. But yeah, it's a fun enough series to watch whether you're alone or with friends. I've been getting my mom into Dragon Ball, through Dragon Ball Z Kai, the movie, the 2 canon movies, and now Super. And I've also been trying to get her into Dragon Ball Z Abridged, but she's very, like, she works with, students with disabilities, so, like, there's parts in early Dragon Ball Z Abridged where they say, like, the R slur, a few times as a synonym for stupid. And that's very much, you know, what was considered socially acceptable back in, like, 2008 to early 2010s, and they said now that if they were to write that nowadays, they wouldn't say that. But my mom's like, oh, these must be bad people because they said this thing that everyone said back in 2008.
Yeah, the vocabulary, but basically a lot of words changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vocabulary has changed as the years went on.
I think most of it not for the better, because a lot of words that didn't have any meanings now have.
You can thank Urban Dictionary for a lot of words that didn't have bad meanings before having bad meanings now.
Well, that's because it's because it's Urban Dictionary. You expect.
I got into Dragon Ball through
Dictionary.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot pretty recently, then I watched Super, and I'm watching Daima. I would also recommend watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is the best digestible way to watch Dragon Ball Z, since it cuts out all the filler. Well, almost all the filler. There's some filler stuff left in there when they couldn't edit around it, given that they were using the original animation. But Dragon Ball Z Abridged is also really good. I don't recommend watching it as a replacement for Dragon Ball Z, but as a supplement. And that's also how Team 4-Star Treat is. Like, don't watch this instead of the official release. Watch this after you've watched the actual show.
Official, yeah.
That's why they always say at the beginning of each episode, please support the official release. But it's so well regarded by everyone except for Toei Animation, because Toei hates when people do stuff, you know, fan works, it seems. Even if it's just, like, reviews of their shows that show how much love and care was put into them. But with Dragon Ball Z Abridged, like, Funimation, back when Funimation was actually still its own separate entity, actually brought some of the Dragon Ball Z cast members on for several voice acting projects in Dragon Ball. One of which was just having them do an abridged improv session on the movie that plays at the beginning of the World Martial Arts Tournament in one episode that's supposed to be like how Mr. Satan defeated Cell and saved the world. They brought in the Dragon Ball Z Abridged crew to voice act that with their abridged series voices. And Toei got so mad they were like, no, before this gets to air, replace it with something else, because we are blacklisting the Team 4-Star people because we have a hate boner specifically for them. I already experienced the Z storyline in the game, so I don't feel super compelled to watch Kai. I mean, Kakarot skips over a lot of the best moments, especially in the Cell and Boo sagas.
Yeah.
Like, as good of a Dragon Ball Z experience Kakarot is, Kakarot skips over the best moments in the later sagas, just due to, like, budget restrictions. Like, they had to cut stuff somewhere, so they cut out, like, all of Vegeta and Trunks' best moments, especially with Cell.
So how you looking right now?
I'm at night. And I've got 76 rings left. Vegeta is best character.
Don't screw
Agreed.
up.
Until you get to the super version of Broly. Super version of Broly is best boy, and he deserves all the best.
Yeah, I can agree to that. One of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball Z is Frieza's brother. I just like his final form a lot because of... Yeah, Cooler. I liked him because of Budokai Tenkaichi for the Wii. I think it's like Tenkaichi 3,
It would have been 2 or 3 because
I just
1 wasn't on the Wii.
Yeah.
Spam Psyloop. Yes, thank you. If I can get him to stand still long enough.
No, it was 3. It was 3. It was Tenkaichi 3. It wasn't Tenkaichi 2. It was Tenkaichi 3. I remember. I always played Cooler Final Form and Super Saiyan 3.
It only works if he's been parried invulnerable. Okay. This might be a close one. I've got like 25 rings left.
You got this. Come on.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
Fuck.
So close, too. Break your limits, Kakarot!
Thanks, Vegeta.
Also, I'll say, if you liked Frieza or Cell in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, from what you saw of them, you're going to love their abridged incarnations. Mr. Perfect Cell. Well, my favorite form of Cell, and especially in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, is Imperfect Cell. You know, his base form. Like, in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, he's best described as an unholy union of Freddy Krueger and Bugs Bunny.
I was gonna say, like, it's Zorak, but unhinged.
Ain't I a
And more and unhinged. Okay. And I will say, more unhinged and more unhinged and unhinged and more unusually unhinged. I can't speak today. English sucks. Damn it.
English does suck. But yeah, a lot of my favorite lines in Dragon Ball Z Abridged come from my boy Imperfect Cell. Although Perfect Cell also has a lot of great lines. Semi-Perfect Cell, not around long enough to have a lot of good lines. Then again, he's barely around in the original show. Uningenium. Is that Uningenium, is that a new element?
What?
It's on the periodic table right next to unobtainium.
Oh god.
See, with naming skills like that, you too can be a Hollywood critically acclaimed Hollywood director like James Cameron. Won't lie, Teen 4-Star Cell had got quite a voice. If he wasn't made for combat, I bet he'd be quite a singer or an announcer. I mean, he does sing in Dragon Ball Z Abridged twice. 3 times, actually. 4 times if you count Kai Abridged.
Oh god. I haven't seen Kai Abridged. I've seen the original Abridged.
Kai Abridged is something they would do at the end of every season, where they abridge the entire season into one video.
Okay.
And like, you know how when Perfect Cell's about to be vaporized by Gohan's
He
father's
sings
son.
he sings
My
I Did
Way.
It My Way or something.
Yeah, My Way
Yeah.
by Frank Sinatra. In Kaya Bridged, instead, he sings My Way by Limp Bizkit.
Oh my god.
So instead of I did it my way, it's this time I'ma let it all come out. This time I'ma stand up and shout. I'ma do things my way. It's my way or the highway. Cheer!
What the fuck?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to process that.
Cell would make a great game show host. Yes, he would. You want to know something extra cursed about Cell's English dub voice? There's a video that shows how similar he sounds to another famous cartoon character by just swapping their voices. He sounds like Plankton from SpongeBob.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh my god.
I mean, Cell technically was a game show host when he hosted the Cell games. They were technically a game and a show.
Presented by Heat Tap.
Presented by Heat Tap.
I was gonna say, you forgot that part. Because Heat Tap, you've killed for, let's face it, you killed for less. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
I'm sorry, but when you have to say that about your drink, you know you're grasping at straws.
Well, I mean, it's basically a take on what
Yeah.
would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, you're grasping at straws there. You're just saying, like, please drink our drink. We really have nothing else better to do.
I mean, I've seen worse ad campaigns.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are worse ad campaigns. I'm just saying, like, the vibe that it was giving me.
I mean, when you think about it, the Domino's Noid is the exact opposite of what you want for a mascot, where it's someone that's associating your brand with negativity.
Please don't bring up
Given that-
Domino's. I don't want to be craving pizza right now.
Given that the Domino's Noid was always trying to destroy the pizzas.
Yeah.
When you mentioned Plankton, I immediately imagined that clip where the SpongeBob robot says, "Start digging in your butt, twin." A testament is to how severely my brain is rotted. I've never seen that.
Oh my.
I've never seen that. I have to look that up now. Not now, but after stream.
Start digging in your butt, Dwayne. Oh god.
I've seen the clip of or a short of like another VTuber, much more famous VTuber, Henya the Genius, being taught that phrase by fellow famous VTuber and voice actress and singer Amelie.
I learned of start digging in your butt from a Pokemon short on YouTube. That's where I learned that one, and I'm like, oh god, this is just no. Why is this a thing?
You got this, Ari.
I have the touch and or the power.
Look, get your big girl panties on, go up to that thing and punch it in the dick!
I don't think it has a dick.
Well, give it one and then punch it there.
I'm not the one who's in charge of designing the Titan.
Then punch a big enough hole to give it a vagina. I don't know. Punch it.
Yeah, right.
Punch the keys, for God's sake. As said by Sir Sean Connery in the same movie where he says, "You're the man now, dog!"
Oh, God. Sean
Oh, God. He was awesome. Like, he was, like...
He was.
A lot of people think his last movie was The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. No, he did one more after that.
Yeah.
It was the, Scottish animated kids movie, Sir Billy.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. He played the title character in Sir Billy, which is where he plays a veterinarian.
I never heard of Sir Billy.
You wouldn't have. It was a flop, and it, was Scottish, so it wouldn't have been a big thing in America. But it was his last movie role he did before he died. He came out of retirement after The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, put him in retirement, because it was the first computer-animated movie from Scotland, and felt that it was a duty to his country to be in it when he was asked.
Oh, God.
He really didn't have to be in it. That's the messed up part.
And because Sir Billy is voiced by Sean Connery, they do a lot of, like, 007 related gags in there.
He's my second favorite Bond, being Pierce Bronson.
Pierce Brosnan was great. He just had very hit-or-miss material.
Yeah. But, I mean, either way, then again, I grew up with Pierce Bronson being James Bond, so that's also why.
I mean,
he's
Brosnan
my favorite.
was the Bond of my childhood as well, even though I didn't get into James Bond until after he was done.
Yeah.
But
he's still a pretty good actor.
Yeah, my first Bond, just in terms of, like, the first Bond movie that I saw, was Roger Moore.
Yeah, the first Bond movie I watched was GoldenEye because my best friend had the N64 game, and then when we saw the VHS in a wall, we begged my mom to get it, and we watched it, and that was how I got into, like, the movies, rather.
Yeah, for me, it was, I saw the Sean Connery movies as a kid. Yeah, it was kind of one of those things where it's like my parents were watching James Bond, they let me watch it with them.
Yeah.
And, like, like, one of my top favorite movies that I have, like, from my childhood, was, what was it? Thunderball.
Thunderball's actually considered one of the weaker Connery era movies, funnily enough. That goes to show how consistently good the Connery era was.
Yeah.
Yeah. The top two I've seen were GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies.
Did you know that Thunderball got not one, but 2 remakes?
Did it really?
Yeah. On the first one, the Roger Moore James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me, it's literally just the plot of Thunderball.
Okay, and then what's the second?
And the reason that they went with let's just redo Thunderball but with Roger Moore was because Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond novels, hated the novel version of The Spy Who Loved Me so much due to just how trashy and, like,
cheesy.
Not even cheesy, just, like, very wrong material that has that. Part of his condition for signing away the movie rights was when they adapt The Spy Who Loved Me, they're not allowed to actually adapt the story. They're only allowed to keep the title.
Okay.
And the other was one of only a few unofficial James Bond movies called Never Say Never Again, which brought back Sean Connery for his second to last time playing James Bond. because there was like a big legal hubbub involved in Thunderball that led to like the producer of that movie keeping the rights to the Thunderball story and some of its characters, which is why they phased out Spectre over time as like the main villains of James Bond for like decades. So he was allowed to remake Thunderball as many times as he liked, but he wasn't allowed to do anything else with James Bond. So he remade Thunderball once in the 80s, and that was Never Say Never Again.
That's interesting.
And it's called Never Say Never Again instead of Thunderball, even though he had the rights to the Thunderball name, as a play on, like, apparently something that Sean Connery said to one of his wives. I don't know how many wives he had, that's why I'm saying one of, just in case he had multiple.
Yeah.
Which was, like, I'm never playing James Bond again, after he was brought back one last time for Diamonds Are Forever. And his wife told him never say never.
Wow.
Because, like, even she knew they're gonna drag you back at some point.
Yeah. Also, that was kind of hilarious on how she played that off.
It is a weird Bond movie, partly because it can't have any of the iconic elements that we associate with James Bond, like, you know, the elaborate musical opening credit sequences. And it has a scene of Bond and Blofeld facing off in a video game because it was the 80s.
Of course.
What video game?
A made-up one.
Okay.
Ugh. Predicted modern Hollywood.
Yes, exactly. No, it's not predicted modern Hollywood, it's just this is what Hollywood's always been like.
Yep.
Like, everything that people think is a problem with modern Hollywood, nah, this has been going on forever. It's just people can talk about it on the internet now.
Yep.
Also, with the amount of times we've been through these fights, this song is now permanently ingrained in. It's a good song, but after hearing it a set number of times.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always been ingrained in mine. Yeah, it's been ingrained in mine since day one of playing this game, because it sounds like it's up there with the Metal Gear Rising boss tracks to me, where all the songs are bangers and earworms.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, this would be in terms of the Castlevania soundtrack.
Honestly, when it comes to boss soundtrack songs, honestly, I gotta hand it to Collective Consciousness from Metal Gear Solid 2. Was it?
No, it was Metal Gear Rising.
Oh, Rising.
Yeah, Metal Gear Rising was the one that had vocal boss themes for each boss fight. Metal Gear Solid 2 just had, like, instrumental boss themes.
I was gonna say the third one had Snake Eater.
Yeah, but that wasn't a boss fight theme until, like, unless you let the fight with the boss go on for a certain amount of time. Like, I say the boss, as in, you know, the character of the boss. If you let the fight with her go on for a certain amount of time where you're going to run out of time, Snake Eater kicks in.
I was gonna say, I probably thought of that because of Guns of the Patriots final battle. Where
Guns of the Patriots does that as well. When it gets to phase 3 of the fight with Liquid Ocelot, Snake Eater plays.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriots final boss to me is the most iconic, in my opinion, for Metal Gear.
I wouldn't say it's the most iconic, but it's the most climactic and the most, like, fitting of the overall narrative of Solid Snake. You go through like basically recreations of all the melee final boss fights throughout the series, and ends with what you're actually seeing in a semi-controllable form, which is two old, tired men beating the fuck out of each other.
Well, the reason why I say it's like iconic to me though is because that fight, in my opinion, is the end of Snake's story and in its entirety.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that fight is the last one he's did, and it's the one that closes his entire story from 1 through 4.
Yeah. Not counting 3 because that's a different Snake.
Well, that's a different.
But yeah.
That's a different Snake. But I'm going off of because
off of Solid Snake, yes.
Does, off of Solid Snake and Ocelot or Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid and Ocelot.
Yeah. So in a way, it intertwines. So that's why that's my favorite boss fight. Like,
in the immortal
Rising.
In the immortal words of visionary filmmaker George Lucas, it's like poetry. They rhyme.
Yeah.
And he was saying that about Star Wars Episode 1.
I may be wrong about this, but did they ever re-release Guns of the Patriot, or is it just PS3?
They still have not to this day, because it's uniquely built for the PS3's architecture, which makes it still a bitch to emulate and even harder to port.
I was gonna say I owned that game. I don't have it anymore, and I want to play that game again.
And you would think it would be on PS Plus's PS3 game streaming, but nope.
Yeah.
No, why would it be?
I played the online for Guns of the Patriot, and that was fun too.
I didn't get to play much of the online for Guns of the Patriots, because I got it right around the time they were closing the servers.
I got Guns of the Patriot around, I want to say 2009, when I got out of high school. And that game, along with Final Fantasy 13, which ended up being my least favorite Final Fantasy, was the reason why I got a PS3.
Metal Gear Solid 4 was the only reason I wanted a PS3, and I didn't get mine until 2011, but it was the first game I got for it.
Yeah. I will say, though, but the online for that game was pretty fun. I mean, the download for obnoxious, but it was fun, though, once it was finished.
Yeah. Playing Metal Gear Solid 4 in its, 1.0 state, where, especially for the story, where, you had to install each chapter of the game separately as they came up on the disc, instead of just being able to install all of them at once, was a pain in the ass.
It was, yeah, but the game was good, though, so it made up for it.
Yeah, that's what... While the online multiplayer was officially taken out with the 2.0 update, they did add the option to install all the chapters at once.
Yeah.
There's one thing I do have to discredit the online multiplayer of Metal Gear Solid 4 for, and that is the online multiplayer game that gave a certain mediocre cosplayer and model who went on to become one of the worst YouTubers in history their initial platform, and that would be SS Sniper Wolf.
Yeah, I could agree.
You got her initial following off of being, you know, a woman who plays Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
And JKR's muted.
Also, okay, I was gonna say, me and JKR both, we were both wrong about the guess of try to take.
I mean, JKR's technically closer.
He's closer, yeah. I already know. We're well past 10 at this point.
Yes, but that's still closer than that's closer than 7 is.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Also, the reason why I'm muted is because I'm doing quick math practice on Duolingo.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I was gonna say 5 or 7 because I figured because I knew you would do well.
You overestimated me. I'm sorry, why did I go all the way that way? This is weird.
Maybe you saw something shiny over there.
I mean, it is Corona, so... YouTube used to be so easy, it's literally just look, whoa, look, a woman playing a video game, totally crazy. Yeah, nowadays it's still easy as long as you're willing to sell out your morals and just pump out AI slop.
Yeah. Then again, that's pretty much the career path and choice for a lot of people nowadays.
The internet sucks. In the words of Toby Jones from Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage and Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Storage, as sentence mix by CS188 in his Toby Jones YouTube poop. The internet sucks now. I miss MySpace.
Yeah, valid.
I mean, you want to talk about YouTube being so easy? One of the first, like, big YouTube channels was a channel called Hot for Words, which was literally just a hot Russian girl teaching you the definitions and origins of words.
I mean, if it gets views. God, that sounded shallow. I am sorry.
Basically, what I'm saying is, YouTube has always had a problem with, like, ass-easy content with, like, very little, effort put into it. It's just taken different forms as the internet has devolved.
Yeah. Which also, by the way, I do apologize for the remark I made.
No. You're good. If you want to cancel Nico, you can reach him at Discord. His Discord username is.
Wow. Okay.
His Discord username is www.gofuckyourself.org. Why .org?
Look,
because why the fuck not?
Look, at this point, I don't even use much social media sites anymore due to me not having much vision. Doesn't matter.
What's his home address? 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
You want my phone number? It's 6969420. There you
No. I know his real phone number. His real phone number is 1-900-490 freak. Join the party, the fast and easy way to hear what's scamming from New York to LA. Call now. 1-900-490 freak.
Okay, where's the window in this castle? I'm gonna jump out of it.
No. You want to reach Nico? His phone number is 555. Use your phone book.
800-588-2300 Empire. No, you want? This will be the last. This will be the last of the phone number jokes for all of us. It will be his real phone number is 5555558555555. Senor Mortgage today. Oh,
Propalo.
My brain is officially.
Your brain's officially what, Nico? You cut out.
My brain is officially fried.
But is it deep fried or is it air fried? Or country
baked.
fried?
Pan fried.
It's baked. At this point, it's baked.
Oh, you want to share some of that with us? I mean, I know it's illegal in my state, depending on whether it's Delta 8 or not.
Oh my
I don't partake in the devil's lettuce, but...
I know what I signed up for, wise ass. I knew what I signed up for the moment I joined this group. I do what
You knew what you signed up for the moment you started talking to me. Almost 15 years ago.
Pretty much, yes.
And then I had to be the asshole who got you two to see each other in person.
Yes.
It was just going to be inevitable. You just hasten the process, so I don't blame you.
If weed is the devil's lettuce, then what's Jesus's lettuce? Aloe vera.
Oh my god.
It is the healing one.
I mean, true. Okay, that's
See,
fucking
Duolingo
done.
agrees.
Wow.
I'm just now thinking about, like, earlier today I was watching a recent VOD from Fine Sauce Vinny, who was watching movie trailers that had been packaged together in a pack for him by one of his mods.
Yeah.
And, like, there was that Argo Man trailer. Immediately following it was like an animated talking animals movie about Jesus.
Oh my.
So, like, the immediate follow-up of kill each other with with, like, Jesus
Oh no.
at Jesus' side.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Like, yeah, you know, we are a very unlikely trio. You got a gender fluid vamp elf, a blind paladin or vampire hunter, one or the other, depends on what you consider yourself today, and an eldritch entity that's kind of just stuck on a bomb.
I count as pretty much both, and my character isn't blind. However, my real life is.
Nice.
And also, there's a horse sometimes.
Of course.
Also, there's a small furret and a Charizard and a worshiper of the Zard.
Yes, praise the Zod, he would say.
Pretty much, yeah.
Camo
Whereas I
Caplanto
would say
says,
that-
"Oh yeah, I forgot he's blind."
Wait, who said that?
Camo Caplanta,
Camo
Camo Caplamo, in chat said, "Oh yeah, I forgot he's blind."
Yeah,
regards
don't
to
worry
you being
about
blind.
it. Don't worry about it. I don't take offense. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, we make jokes about it, but we do it out of we do it out of love. We do it because we're friends.
Look,
really it.
here's
We're
the
just-
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we're not assholes to each other, we're not real friends. I mean, in the words of Trevor and Alucard, eat shit and die. Yes, fuck you.
Yep.
Also,
you two are
also my
supposed to be
guard-
like. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say my guard. Also, apparently, my Gardevoir is taking interest in my headset and is thinking about hijacking it one of these days.
But yeah, it's like
You were saying?
You two are like supposed to be like, for the sake of like a vampire hunter and a half vampire. You two are like, thick as thieves, and then you got me, who's pretty much an eldritch entity of chaos, and is just trying to, pull a few strings to get you two to, say stupid shit at each other.
Camo Caplamo
here's the
says,
thing.
Camo Caplamo says, "How would someone die from eating shit?" E. coli.
Yeah, that's one thing. That or
Use your imagination. That's all I gotta say.
apparently
Also,
Iron's
dude-
wondering what it's like to be blind. For
Like,
you.
is it blurry or
like
dark,
everything
or
blurry, or
just
is it-
dark?
It's basically imagine a complete, like a permanent foggy wall over your vision where you God, it's weird. It's like you can kind of see where you are, but you don't have any sense of detail or depth perception whatsoever. It is a very odd feeling, and I've had my left eye inoculated because of a disease that happened. So I don't have anything in the left eye socket, but my right eye is still there. It's just no vision because of my retinal nerves are damaged due to my diabetes. So it's very awkward. I can't really describe it. It's just, imagine a massive fog wall and just bright lights sometimes.
Nico, remind me, have you ever considered wearing like an eye patch over your left eye socket, or is it just not something you care to do?
I wear eye patches sometimes. It's just I have a problem with my eye pressure due to like a neovascular glaucoma. That like if something, a strap or like a band like around my head squeezes it enough, it'll turn my right eye completely red. And it has done so when I wore a cosplay wig for conventions, hence why I need to have like eye pressure medicine if I have that on me.
I get you.
It's just very weird. I will say though, it's very fun. It's very fun playing video games without sight, though. I will say that much.
Well, hey, I mean that's hey, at least you're looking at the bright side of it.
Yeah, just gotta hope one day people find a way to either perfect the cybernetic eye to where vision can be completely obtained, or restoration of retinal nerves. So yeah. Still, thank you for the question. I do appreciate I really do appreciate people asking me about this kind of stuff, because it does make me feel better about kind of giving an explanation of what it's like.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's gotta suck, but at the same time, it's like you're looking at the bright side of it, which, is good because, unlike me, I would always be looking at, like, the negative part of it, but I'm just glad that you're able to stay sane by, looking at the positives.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why I'm holding on to the positives is because of and all you got and all my friends and everyone else, because literally when I first lost my vision and all that, I was afraid that one, Lulu wouldn't want to put up with me, and two, people wouldn't want to put up with my problems, but that was the opposite of the case.
Yeah, no, you got no friends, dude.
I know. I do appreciate you guys being there, though. Like, all the support really makes this 100 times easier. Like, let me tell you. So how goes the Titan?
Just beat Giganto.
Now it's time to beat Wyvern.
And Camo Caplamo said, and if you can beat someone at a game, you can crush their ego by telling them they got beat by a blind person. Exactly.
Funny thing about that, I was playing Soul Calibur 6 with a few friends one evening. They had a random player join the lobby. I play Siegfried in Soul Calibur 6. I managed to beat him. I told him, GG, well played. He's like, he gets mad at me saying I was cheap. Like, I had no vision during this, and then he's just like, whatever, and he left.
Oh, jeez.
And through my Xbox, after reading it off to me, I was just like, okay, that's fine.
Sore loser and got beat by a blind man.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I still get my ass kicked in by my friends. I pray they beat my ass in a video game, because if they go easy on me, this issue I have, then I will be upset genuinely. If you're gonna play me, you come beat my ass down, or you don't play at all. But yeah, I do enjoy playing like Sonic the Fighter, Skullgirls, and Soul Cal with my Vision. So it's fun. It's a fun time.
Still need to get you, me, here together for like some Kusoge fighting games, like shitty fighting games that none of us are inherently good at, like Evil Zone or Dino Rex.
I would definitely enjoy the challenge, learning how.
Or the Masters Fighter.
Oh God. Actually, there was a guy that learned how to play Mortal Kombat without his Vision professionally.
Nice.
And he's actually really good at it.
Like, if you ever think that, like, you never been too big on fighting games, I haven't either. It's just, I feel like that would be a level playing ground for us, because I'm nowhere near good at any fighting game ever. So, having us play fighting games that are not good to play and don't have good mechanics to begin with would even out the playing field.
I was gonna say, like, it just depends on the fighting game for me. Plus, fighting games are usually the easier game to play for people who are blind, just for the sheer fact that it's all due to audio cues. I mean, Skullgirls is a perfect example of this. I mean, I used to play a lot of Pokemon Unite and Final Fantasy XIV, but unfortunately can't do that anymore.
Except, like, Sparking Zero, because if you take a fighting game and make it 3D, it only activates my neurons. What? So you like arena fighters then? Which Sparking Zero and its predecessors, the Tenkaichi and Raging Blast series, were like the big progenitors of the anime arena fighter genre.
Yeah. I still want to play Sonic the Fighters with you, Ari.
Yeah, we still need to do that sometime when next time I re-up my Xbox Live subscription.
Let me know when you do, so I could do it as well, and we can actually probably do like a stream of that.
Let's see. I'm trying to see how I can actually cancel my Nitro subscription, because I actually had to, because you were away, Ari. You didn't really have access to your computer. I couldn't ask you to get that. I couldn't pay you to get me that. Discord activation.
You have to do it on
or
desktop.
whatever.
I know that much.
Yeah.
A new Sonic fighting game would go hard. Yes, it would.
Honestly, yes, it would go. I love fighters, but I do wish... Like, for me, the two main series I want a fighting game of done by Arc would be Sonic and Castlevania. Because as much as I find Castlevania Judgment fun, it is nowhere near, by any means, a decent fighter.
Yeah. Alright, Wyvern's about to go down.
Do it. I mean, mind you, I do enjoy playing Judgment. Don't get me wrong, it's still a fun game, but I could openly say as a Castlevania fan, it is nowhere near as good as a fighting game can be. Which is why I want Arc System to actually do like a Sonic or Castlevania-esque fighter. I know there was someone working on a fan game where they were putting all the Souls characters and I think it's Elden Ring characters as well in a fighting game. It was like a project. I forgot what the project was called, though.
Camo Kaplamo says, I would love a Sparking Zero-inspired Sonic Arena fighter with transformations and all the different versions of the characters. Sorry, I can't read all that while trying to finish this boss. But yes, Sonic Arena fighter would be great. With all the transformations and stuff, hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. Because then we could play as everyone's favorite character, Big the Cat, and his unlimited potential.
Unlimited power!
I mean, why do you think Eggman doesn't try to roboticize Big the Cat? He's scared of him. Everyone's scared of Big.
I mean, he technically did by accident with the metal virus.
Yeah. But then he hired Big the Cat's wrath, and now Big the Cat is out for blood.
Yeah, I fucked up that final QuickTime event, which sent me back too far timing-wise to be able to get to night with enough rings.
Well, shit.
Oh my god.
Every Sonic character ever would be in it, except for the characters Ken Penders has rights over. So what you're saying is, no Laura Sue the Echidna, but yes, Long John Baldry's Dr. Robotnik.
Ha! I mean, you could do almost every variant of each character. I mean, you could have Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik fight Dr. Eggman from Adventure 2 Battle and just have a fun time.
And we also have to throw in one of the underrated Robotnik incarnations, because like most of the fans forget he exists. The stage play Dr. Robotnik from the Australian theme park Sega World Sydney, which there's no footage of that play, but the audio to it was released as a CD and has been ripped and uploaded on YouTube. It's someone trying to do a Long John Baldry impression. Yeah, it's a stage play musical about Robotnik trying to take over Sydney, and Sonic, Sally, and Tails have to stop him, and for some reason Sally has a southern accent like she's Bunny instead of Sally, and Robotnik wants to marry Sally.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so JKR, as the Eggman of Chicagoland, you need to talk to this one and set him straight. This is kind of scary now.
Yeah. I'll have to clear my already busy schedule to do that.
Or hear me out, Archie Mega Man as a guest fighter. Potentially. I mean, like,
maybe
that would require, you know, Capcom and Sega have collaborated before. I could see that happening.
I will say this though, in terms of like Archie and IDW, if you put any character outside of Archie against a character in the Archie comics, they're gonna lose outright, because Archie comic characters are busted beyond all belief. I mean, just look at the death battle between Silver the Hedgehog and Trunks.
I'm not familiar with that death battle, but then again, I don't watch a lot of death battle anymore.
It's one of the earlier ones.
It's let's just say they basically gave Silver all his powers from the Archie comics, which apparently includes him learning from Mammoth Mogul and learning how to disrupt chaos energy and time space.
Yeah, once you start getting like Ken Pender's characters involved in it specifically, that's where things get fucky. Like, apparently Ken Penders is really like, apart from, you know, all the echidnas that he claims ownership of, the other character he's really attached to as, like, this is my greatest original creation is Mammoth Mogul for some reason. Which, like, Mammoth Mogul is just furry Vandal Savage.
Yeah, just apparently he has a lot more chaos power than Shadow, Silver.
Yeah,
combined.
It's like, this is my greatest character because he has masterful control of the mystical energy that all the other characters use, but he's better at it than any of them. He's totally not a story breaker every time he appears.
Yeah, I mean, that I kind of found him boring though, because that's mainly one of the reasons. like, yeah, a powerful character is really cool, but if it's like too overly powered, then it's like, yeah, what's the point then?
I mean, Ian Flynn made Mammoth Mogul kind of cool. I didn't get to read much of Ian Flynn's run on Archie, because I just didn't have easy access to the comics when that was going on. So most of my time with the Archie run was during Ken Pender's era, or like right after Ken Pender's left, and they were still trying to like continue what Penders was building off of.
Yeah,
and they realized they realized there was too much damage done. They just had to reboot.
Well, it's not there was too much damage done. It's after the results of the lawsuit. It was like, oh shit, we don't have the legal rights to like a majority of the characters and concepts in this comic series. So it's either reboot it or cancel the series.
Yeah, I mainly read the Ken Penders and a little bit of one. I'm not really too familiar with Ian's Mammoth Mogul, but I'm recently got into the IDW comics and been listening to it through audio on YouTube, and I'm enjoying what I've been hearing.
Like, one of the interesting aspects of it is, like, Ken Penders owns the rights to evil alternate universe Sonic the Hedgehog, but he does not own the rights to Scourge the Hedgehog.
Which doesn't make sense, but okay.
Because Scourge was given his name and distinctive personality and all that stuff after Ken Penders left.
Oh, okay.
Like, basically, Ken Penders only owns the rights to stuff from when that he wrote while he was there. Anything involving his characters that was done after he left, he doesn't own.
Yeah. I mean, mind you, in a Sonic Arena fighter, seeing Sonic duke it out would be cool. But again...
Yeah. Also, it seems like Sega and Paramount are, like, specifically taunting Ken Penders in recent years, especially with Sonic 2 and having its backstory for the Echidna clan and the Master Emerald basically just be lifted from Ken Penders' run of the Archie comics in his original, the character Enerjack. And it was to the point where Ken Penders threatened to sue Paramount over the resemblances between, like, the Master Emerald background and his Enerjack creation, but I don't think that lawsuit ever went anywhere. Otherwise, he would not be shutting the fuck up about it.
Yep.
Also, I was gonna ask, Julie Sue is a Ken Penders creation.
Julie
right?
Sue, all of the comic echidnas are Ken Penders creations, because it's a case where people think, oh, he's just obsessed with Knuckles. Not necessarily. It's that he was given the most free reign with Knuckles' family and, you know, extended relatives, because there was no canon for them at the time to build off of.
Makes sense. I was
like,
just
there was no
wondering...
canon in the games that he was forced to adhere to. So, like, unlike, you know, Sonic, where he couldn't really do much, Knuckles and anyone related to Knuckles, he was basically allowed to run wild.
Yeah, I was asking that because, I know who Ken Penders is. It's just I don't know what characters he had full reign of. That's
if you
asking.
can think of a comic character from before the mid 2000s in the Archie comics, they were probably created by Ken Penders.
Okay, so before 2000.
Before like 2003, 2004, which was around.
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense then.
And also that includes concepts like the Overlanders and the origin of like the animal characters being like a divergent evolution due to an alien race bombing Earth with gene bombs that caused them to divergent evolve, half of them into like sentient animals and the other half into human-like characters that are not exactly humans because they have 4 fingers instead of 5. And stuff like Sonic having a family.
Yeah.
Comes from Ken Penders. So was Sega and Paramount essentially rage baiting Penders, or is it just trolling? I like to think of it as trolling and rage baiting. I'm not, but you know, obviously I can't say for certain. And in regards to Camo Kaplamo saying Ken Penders was mad about Sonic Movie 2 because apparently he invented the concept of Knuckles having a father. His father in the comics is a much worse father than what we know of Knuckles' father from the movies, considering that like, the reason that Knuckles has the spikes on his hands in Ken Penders' run of the comics is, like, all the other echidnas have spikes on their hands because that's part of the gloves that they wear. Knuckles naturally has them because, while he was in his egg, because, yes, echidnas lay eggs in real life, and that was carried over into the comics. Like, Knuckles' father, Locke, had a vision of, like, Knuckles being the savior of their species. So in order to ensure that prophecy, he basically microwaved baby Knuckles' egg with chaos energy before it hatched. And that's what gave him the mutation to give him the spiked fists.
I was gonna say, like, didn't he, like, his egg get microwaved or whatever?
Yeah, he microwaved his baby, and it gave him super strength and spiky hands.
Well then.
Let me rephrase that. He microwaved his unborn baby. Do not try that at home. It will... Well, first of all, getting the unborn baby out in the first place would cause horrific results. You know what? I'm getting off this train of thought.
I was gonna say, yeah, please do.
Basically, if you want to see what happens in that situation, watch the movie The Suckling. It's horrendous.
I don't want to. No.
Nope. Nope. Not doing that.
Not touching that. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I ain't touching that with a 39.5-foot pole.
39.5-foot pole. Whenever I hear that, I always, like, my brain rot from, you know, watching YouTube poops all the time. I was gonna say in my formative years, but no, it's still all the time today. Goes back to this old YouTube poop called Robotnik Watches TV. And, it's the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik just flipping through TV channels. And one of them he flips through is, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and it's the You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, but it's about Dr. Robotnik. And there's a part where... Like, there's a part where it's like, you have the 39.5-foot fingers! And then Robotnik ends it with, true, depressing, but true.
I mean, at least he's willing to admit it.
Yeah.
And ends with him hosting a talk show with King DDD where they just scream at each other.
Oh, God. King DDD from Kirby.
Like, DDD is just going, ah! And Robotnik's just going, why? 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 And that's their interview. Oh, and the name of Robotnik's talk show is Lifestyles of Robotnik's Pingus.
Oh no. Oh no.
Since in the game lore, the echidnas are considered an ancient civilization, I assume that means the echidnas were the first Mobian species to evolve on Earth. They have been delving more into, like, the lore and history of civilizations in recent Sonic, in Sonic in recent years. They have confirmed that, like, the ancients arrived on Earth, like, thousands of years ago. But also, like, the Gaian civilization, they're calling them now, which is the civilization that built the temples of Gaia. Were, like, the first civilization in Sonic's world recorded history. But we don't know that much else about them. Like, whether they were human or whether they're in any way tied to the echidnas.
Yeah.
We also now know that the Ancients evolved into the Chow, and that Chaos looks like an Ancient, because him being exposed to the energy of the Chaos Emeralds mutated him back into basically a primordial state.
And from there, we use the Chow in karate and racing.
Yes, we then used the Chow for karate, for cockfighting and horse racing.
I want to play Chow Garden again on Adventure 2 Battle, damn it.
There's an idea for a way that Sega can bring back the Chow Garden as a mobile game without just making it a Chow Garden app, because they seem so reluctant to bring the Chow Garden itself back. Make it Chow Garden Uma Musume.
I'd be down for that. Look, the fact is, just give us an online Chow Garden where we can just pit other Chows against each other. That's all I'm asking.
That's all anyone's been asking for over a decade now, and Sega's still like, no.
Because Chow Garden is so much fun. I put more hours into that than the actual Adventure 2 Battles story and emblem missions.
I will say, one of my favorite moments to come out of the pre-release interviews for Sonic Frontiers, as disastrous as some of those were, was like an interview with Takashi Iizuka, the head of Sonic Team, where like he said that he was aware that the Chow Garden is the single most heavily requested thing to come back in Sonic games. And then the interviewer's like, so is the Chow Garden going to be in Sonic Frontiers? And they just says, without hesitating, no.
Wow. Okay. We need a petition. We need to get a petition going to say bring back the Chow.
Yeah. It's interesting how it's like he's well aware of what's going on, what the fans want, but he doesn't care. It's like, no.
I know.
I don't think it's necessarily he doesn't care. It's more so like, since he was the director of the adventure games, he's said before, and he's also said this about like, I'm getting this info based off of what he said about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remakes, which is basically like he wants it to live up to people's expectations instead of doing it just because.
I mean, that's understandable, but at the same time,
we want it now!
Also, you gotta think about, in a modern gaming landscape, they would absolutely microtransaction the hell out of a modern Chow Garden.
Oh
yeah. I mean, the bastards over at the black market in the Chow Garden like to overcharge for a lot of things. So
yeah, imagine the black market, but you have to pay real life money for it. That's how it would probably be nowadays.
Look, the black market.
Or you can grind for in-game currency. With pitifully small drop rates.
So what you're telling me here is just spam City Escape over and over again, getting 400 rings like 50 different fucking times.
Yes.
I don't mind doing that. That's how I actually got my rings. The Xbox version, like I capped out the ring limit.
The ancients came to Earth as aliens and settled and evolved into Chow, and then the Gaians were likely the first humanoid civilization, or at least kind of humanoid. They have nothing known about their biology, and then the Echidnas, and then the rest of the Mobians and humans followed suit. And then there was also the Babylonians, who were also aliens that came to Earth sometime before or after the games. Yes, that's basically how the chronology lines up.
I still wish they called the chaos beings Mizao. That's
we still don't have an official name for them other than the ancients, mostly because they speak their own dialect, so we wouldn't have an equivalent of that in our language.
I mean, I would be fine if they just called them Zorda, because the Zorda. Well, I don't know. That's probably
the Zorda is owned by Ken Penders.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Like just as I said that, I was like, "Oh wait, the name is probably owned by Ken Penders."
Yeah, that's a Ken Penders creation.
I still want them to be called Mizao, just for the sheer fact they're made of water.
The Goopers, says Camo Kaplamo. There we go. That's their canon name. The
Goopers.
Goopers.
Oh god.
Yo, who's up gooping tonight?
Hey JKR, I have a question. If you tried to roboticize one of the eight, then the electronics get fried because you put water in a machine.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that I would want to try.
Let's try the toaster. Let's try the toaster in the bathtub theory. Push.
Right.
Oh no, Sonic, you're not getting roboticized. We're just gonna electrocute you to death. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Aren't Eggman's
Wow,
robots
that was
water
easy.
resistant? Yes, but not if you think about it. If you're putting the water on the inside of it, that's different.
Yeah.
Water resistant means
Yeah,
water doesn't get into it from the outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but if you get it on the wall, and well, you're about to have an explosion and or a burning, sparking mess.
Makes me think of like this old Sonic, not Sonic this time, Mega Man Flash animation of like Dr. Wily's dumbest creation. It was part of a collab of Mega Man Flash animators doing like Mega Man shorts together. So think like what's it called, Sonic shorts?
Yeah.
Where like this, like trying to
ones by
roboticize,
Sonic
trying
Paradox.
to roboticize the Ancients would be like one of Eggman's dumbest creations, and then meanwhile it's like what you made me think of was like Dr. Wily's dumbest creation, which in this animation was like it shows Cutman and there's like a balloon with a face on it that's like inflating itself, and then it like touches Cutman's scissors on the top of his head and explodes into a bloody mess. And Cutman just goes, "Oh my lord," and then Dr. Wily walks out and says, "That's the last time I create blood balloon, man."
Oh no. What? First of all, what did you think was gonna happen? The fuck?
That's the last time I create blood balloon, man.
That's the last time I create blood balloon, man.
It's no wonder why Mega Man and Sonic kicking their respective villains' asses. Oh dear God.
Keep in mind, unlike Dr. Wily, who, as far as we know, doesn't have a public-facing company providing him with funds to fund his evil schemes, but we do know he has a Swiss bank account, canonically.
Go figure.
We do know that
Mega Man has all those casinos.
well, we're not even talking. He has to build the casinos, but it is. Yes, Sonic and Mega Man did cross over in Archie, but
Yeah.
it's canon that Eggman has a public-facing like consumer goods company, which is what he uses to fund his world domination schemes. Mostly selling like consumer-grade robots for like household appliances. And like security and stuff. But if we're to take the Sonic Twitter takeovers as canon, which they've said you haven't, but fuck it, they've incorporated stuff from it as canon, so I say they're debatably canon, which
It's
is
valid,
the best
it's
kind of
valid.
canon. He got at least the startup funds for world domination from inventing a bagel slicer.
Yep. I remember that.
Yes, that's exactly why Omega, when he destroys Eggman's robots in Sonic Heroes, says worthless consumer models, because Eggman does create some consumer model robots. That wasn't the plan at the time, but that's what it ended up becoming.
Also, finding a good bagel slicer is really hard to do, so he did really catch.
But the real question of, like, evil scientist funds is definitely where does Wily keep getting the funds to try to dominate the world, considering he's been arrested before? Other than we know he has a Swiss bank account. We find out that
probably
we find out he's the Tommy Wiseau of his universe. He just has an infinite supply of funds and no one knows where it's from. And if you ask, he just tells you not to worry about it.
I was gonna say, he could have like investors, like he could just bullshit his way through that. And just,
you know what? Nowadays he would have investors like Peter Thiel or someone, or like elongated muskrat.
Oh my god!
How does no one find out the robotics company that also makes bagel slicers is owned by the guy who has committed enough terrorism to earn thousands of death sentences? Shell companies. That's how.
Yep.
I was gonna say that, or you're giving Mobius much credit.
Like, anytime that a rich evil person is doing illegal things to fund their enterprise, like doing things to fund their illegal enterprises, they do it through shell companies, which is basically like fake companies that own those properties that are owned by other companies that are also fake.
So it's all just one big Ponzi scheme.
Yes, exactly. It's a Ponzi scheme, except it's legal. Also, while Eggman has committed enough acts of terrorism to earn thousands of death sentences, he's never been arrested and he's never been put on trial. So, technically, he's not a convicted felon.
Not yet.
Not with that attitude.
Give it time. Give it time. Give it time.
I mean, keep in mind, if we're going, you know what, fuck it, we're going into Dubas Goobas now. They did give him the death sentence, but that was on child abuse.
Yeah.
For abusing his son, Sonic the Hedgehog. Sorry, Sonic Robotnik the Third.
No. Yes, precisely.
Oh my god.
He's not my son!
He's not my fucking son! You know, that is not helping your case in this child abuse trial.
Am I losing my fucking mind?
Well, seeing as how in a way of his organs or in some media parts are like robotic now, it's not good for his mental health.
Well, keep in mind he's also apparently got high cholesterol and diabetes, according to Dubas
Probably from
Goobas.
all the probably from all the burgers, Taco Bell, and shit he eats.
I mean, he said that he doesn't go to McDonald's because his diabetes would kill him.
There are other places to get burgers than McDonald's.
I'm ruling out a specific one, not all of them.
I know. I'm just saying.
He can't go to McDonald's because it's too unhealthy, so he goes to Cookout. A superior burger place.
I've never heard of Cookout.
It's mostly a southern thing. Started in North Carolina.
Look, Sage is just waiting for the day that Eggman croaks and then
I mean, many of Eggman's machines are advanced enough to be considered sentient and alive. Since he created them, he is therefore their fathers. He is liable to child abuse accusations, except Sage. See, that's where we get into the legal definition of what counts as a child.
Right.
Because there's still no legal standing for, like, whether robots of any kind can be counted as people and therefore be subjected to abuse. Although there is a legal principle for how copyright law and, like, copyright ownership applies to animals.
You're gonna get some sleep.
Okay.
Have a good night, Iron.
Have a good night, Iron.
Have a good night, Iron.
Just hoping we
I was
get
gonna say,
to the
now we're
rest of the
getting way
game
too-
tonight.
I think we're just gonna be stuck here for another stream. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chief.
Yeah, at this rate, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, wouldn't they have that legal principle in the Sonic universe, considering sentient robots are mostly common? Well, not common, but exist or are known to exist. That's implying that we don't know much about the legal system in Sonic's world, but that's implying that the legal system anywhere is, competent.
I mean, in one fan universe, Egg Pawns had formed a workers' union. Apparently. Good one.
If there's anything I've learned about the legal system, it's that justice is blind and apparently also deaf and mute.
Thank you, Ari.
I mean, they do say justice is blind as like a way of saying
I
like...
know. Being a wise ass. I know.
Fair enough, government corruption and competencies is legal in the Sonic universe if you know anything about Project Shadow. Exactly! The government, the not just the government, but the UN, basically, in the existence of multiple earth-shattering super weapons from the public for 50 years.
And yet I find it funny that they cannot match anything Dr. Eggman has made.
Well, I mean,
Then
as
again, he's way
technology
ahead of-
advances, and he's got an IQ of 300.
Yeah,
That's implying
true,
that
but also
IQ is
then again-
real.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but no, I was gonna say I have a counter argument to that. Tails has a similar IQ, if not a little bit better than the good doctors.
Look, IQ is only a measurement of how good you are at taking an IQ test. Okay.
Yeah. Chances are the Eggman.
That's
knows
why
how
you
to
could
cheat it.
study for an IQ test. Damn it, I just fucked myself on the night fight by getting hit once and losing all my rings.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's one thing that I don't think they thought through when designing the Master King challenge.
I have a question. How long have we been streaming? I want to know.
Almost 3 hours now.
We're gonna finish Sonic Frontiers tonight. 3 hours later, these three things just die already.
Yes. Like six streams later, I finally beat the Master King Koco trial. I'm like, okay, all those previous streams, they were just practice.
Didn't count.
They didn't count. I did it on my first try.
It would be funnier. It would be funnier if we went into the game going into the first week of 2026 and like, finally, it took us till 2026, but we did it.
I'll be RB.
Take your
Okay.
time.
Thanks for the tips on the night fight, Camo Kaplamo.
Thank you.
Government corruption and genocide is canon in the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. Yes, it is. It's also canon that Eggman fucks at some point, given that Eggman Nega is his descendant now instead of his alternate universe counterpart.
When did they make that? When did they make that canon?
2006, 1 year after he debuted.
I never really knew much about Eggman Nega. Now I know.
He started out as an alternate universe counterpart to Eggman, who's exactly the same as Eggman, so he's a, the shit kind of alternate universe counterpart.
So basically, he's the equivalent of what Blaze is in that world, Sonic.
Yes. But the 1-2 punch of Sonic 06 and Sonic Rivals made that so Eggman Nega is now a distant descendant of Dr. Eggman.
Yes, yes, and which I still stand by the idea that Eggman Nega's name should be changed to Eggman Neo. It makes better sense in my opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. You don't have
Well,
to
I
worry
mean,
about,
at the time,
slur.
when he was introduced, it made sense. But with the retcons that came just a year later, it makes his name just an artifact now.
I always thought that where Eggman wanted to rule the world, Eggman Nega just wanted to burn it down for the law.
Nah, they both just want to rule the world.
Okay.
Like, they are exactly the same across both universes. They just have different designs. Like I said, he's the shit kind of alternate universe counterpart. Well, maybe
I like how
Eggman
that
didn't lay
band-
pipe and Sage continued the lineage, but I don't know how that works. No, let's be real. If he's a real evil billionaire genius, he's doing it the Elon Musk way. In vitro fertilization instead of fucking.
In vitro fertile. I'm sorry, what?
Test tube babies.
Honestly, I can honestly I don't see Eggman actually doing that. You know what I see? I see him actually digitizing his consciousness and then just, you know, like having it uploaded to new bodies as the years go on, or maybe he like digitized his consciousness before he died, and some idiot apparently decided to you know, try and use it, and of course he Skynetted them.
See, that makes more sense.
But that
That would
also,
make sense for
at that point, he wouldn't call himself a descendant of Dr. Eggman. He would just call himself Dr. Eggman.
My best guess is that he would probably just say that to I don't know, maybe it's like a copy of his mentality. I don't know. I mean, for all we know is that he could just be saying that so that people think it's like, oh yeah, you know, he's a descendant of Eggman, when in reality he actually is the Eggman.
Camo Kaplamo, with how you're implying that Sage could continue on Eggman's lineage, you're making me think like you know, like Onichichi, or like the you know, totally just step family member genres going on. You know, there's stepfather and stepdaughter, because implying otherwise would get you banned on the site.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's why there's such an explosion of like stepbro and stepmom and stepsis stuff, where like you know exactly where I'm going with this.
We are going into territory that should not be.
All I'm saying is I blame Japan for making people realize that you can get around laws about even implying incest by just saying that, oh, they're step related instead of blood related.
That just, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I blame Japan and their strange fascination with like, oh, but we're not blood related, so it's okay. And so many, not even hentai, just Sword Art Online does it too. Except in that place, it's like, we're not brother and sister, we're cousins. Which makes it worse.
Yep.
Also, let it always be remembered that in a few days we will be coming up on the anniversary of when Ted Cruz publicly liked and I think retweeted, you know, Texas Senator Ted Cruz publicly liked and retweeted, I think it was retweeted, I might be getting it wrong, stepmom incest porn on his government Twitter account on 9/11.
Okay. Okay, no. First of all, no. Second of all, why?
Because he's an idiot.
Okay, now I understand why. Now I can understand why Dracula wants to burn all of us. I can understand why now.
Every time I see what goes on Twitter, I'm like, you know what? Maybe Dracula might be right.
Yeah. I'm personally starting to think that myself now.
Not anything specific on Twitter, just Twitter in general.
Sometimes I just want to watch the world burn.
Look, here's the thing, and I'm standing by this. Twitter was a mistake.
Yes.
It was a huge mistake. Same with Reddit.
And 4chan. Well, 4chan has had some good things come out of it, but mostly negative. Then again, if it weren't for 4chan, we wouldn't have one of the best English language visual novels of all time, Katawa Shoujo. One of the rare instances of 4chan banding together to make a game, and it's not just a shitpost meant to offend people.
Oh, God. I'm still getting over the fact of what that Texas senator did. I'm still trying to get over that.
He's the same one that fled from Texas to go to Cancun when, you know, the entire state lost power due to the freeze a couple years ago during the winter.
Yeah.
Like, while all that was going on, he was on a flight to Cancun.
Oh, God.
He's also the one where the current president insulted his wife by calling her ugly, and he still supports him.
Yep.
And implied that his father, not implied, straight up said that his father killed JFK. Basically, Ted Cruz is a spineless piece of shit. And no one, even in Congress, likes him.
Nope.
Okay, now we're just getting fucking political.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of that. But yeah, so Ari, what were your I'm just curious to see, like, you know, actually hear your overall thoughts on the idea of Prime Soundwave's design being used.
I mean, like I said, Prime Soundwave's job is espionage, and he's taken on radically different body types in vehicle mode. So I could totally see him being a shifter, like being like makeshift like that. Yeah,
actually, surprisingly enough, I think I might actually just use Prime Soundwave as makeshift. Because
okay, you know what? You keep falling over. I'm gonna put it right next. You don't fall over. There you go.
I mean, the silhouette isn't quite the same, but it's a similar silhouette to what we saw in the cartoon for him. And like at the end of the day, it's like the shifters could look like pretty much anyone or anything in their default modes.
Ugh.
My whole thing is that shifters should at least have like a, you know, like kind of like expressionless face. Because apparently from what toy-wise we're getting for Amalgamus, their whole design resembles that of what we saw in Transformers 1.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, because that would be the
like,
most publicly visible version of Amalgamus.
Yeah. And, it makes sense, because it's like, Amalgamus, in the Covenant, the artwork for Amalgamus was just like, this literal amalgamation of gears and other metal pieces of shrapnel and everything.
Yeah, I know you're... Just like Transformers fans always are, they're going to be like, but it doesn't look like how he did in such and such thing. I'm like, well, would that make for a good toy? Because it has to be a toy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, you know what? I don't care what Amalgamus's toy looks like, but I do not mind the design that we got in Transformers 1. And it's the most toyetic design we've gotten, so I figure it's like, why not use that? It makes sense to use it.
It's like the older toy collectors in the Transformers community forget that Transformers is first and foremost a toy brand. So the character designs kind of have to be made with toys in mind, or else you get stuff like G1RC, who could never work as a good toy, whilst being 100% accurate to her screen model.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta give Hasbro credit and the designers credit as the years went on. You get a lot of cool stuff with how they're trying to like always remake. Like I think the Thrilling 30, in my opinion, the
Thrilling 30 /
line
Studio Series
was,
86, since that's a remold of Thrilling 30.
Yeah.
It's about the best we're going to get out of a G1 LC. Even Masterpiece couldn't do it well with its expanded budget.
Yeah, actually, the how was it? The Studio Series / Thrilling 30 is those two are not the same mold. Like I know that for a fact because I have Thrilling 30 RC, and that's from like.
I didn't say it was the same mold. I said they're based off. It's based off.
Oh yeah.
Like it's remolded from that mold. As in, they made new parts for it.
Okay, yeah, okay. They just basically scaled her up a little bit.
Ricking!
Hey, Ricking!
Hey there.
We're still on this fucking part.
Yep. 3 hours more into the stream.
5 minutes until it'll be 3 hours into this stream. He still has not. Yeah, I still have not gotten good.
If we have to do this in another stream, we have to count how many streams it takes until we actually do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to make like it's episodic.
I don't know why the word came doesn't sound good to me. It's because came is also used as, some very dirty slang in the English language. And I can't go much further than that without violating Twitch TOS.
Yeah, I was gonna say, careful where you tread.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as TOS friendly as I can, explaining that to someone whose first language is Brazilian Portuguese.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, for shifters, I'm just like, it kind of makes sense that the,
Said that again, looking to your VTuber model. Okay, I've thought about, having some sussier alts for this model, but then I realized I'd have to get creative with the texture work for that, since the program I use to make my 3D models at the moment doesn't have a built-in thing for that. It's all, texture-based. I'd have to see what textures are available. And then I'd have to, submit legal information for setting up an account where I could even, do those kind of things.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Ricking's saying, the word cane sounds dirty to him because he doesn't fluently speak English yet. Someday he will. At the rate he's going, he will someday. But I was trying to explain to him why cane sounds dirty to him without violating TOS, and then he was saying that again and looks at my VTuber model, big booba, dummy thick, anime girl, vampire elf. I was like, I've thought about,
Yep.
I've had ideas of, I've had ideas of that.
Oh God.
I've had ideas about doing something, going all the way with that. But then I thought, there would be a lot of monetary investment and, having to basically legally dox myself to even be able to do that.
I was gonna say, since when are you even going into the 18 plus hot tub stream section here? This is first I
No. This would be on another site entirely. The off-brand Twitches,
I know.
But yes, exactly, Camo Kaplamo. But I wouldn't do it to be a sex worker because I'm not confident enough in myself for that. I would do it just so I could have a place where I could stream games or mods that are banned on Twitch. That's it.
I was gonna say, I was gonna assume you do it just to troll people. Okay, then.
Nah, she do it just so that way she can get away with, games like she said, games that she
Yeah,
You're almost done.
games with inappropriate.
Yeah, stuff that's like that's too risky for Twitch or is outright banned on Twitch.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm almost finished that animatic. Damn, that was hard. I can't wait to see it because it was impressive so far, Ricking. I can't wait to see the finished product.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Ricking
that.
was working on animatic for a Danganronpa video.
Oh.
So you can play Big Booba Titty mods with Big Booba Titty VTuber. Exactly. It would be the place where I stream Senran Kagura with the nude mods.
Like, again, everything just goes back to Booba.
Yes, as all things in life inevitably do. Even in nature, even if you go on Wikipedia, you will eventually discover through just going through endless links to other Wikipedia articles that there's an article on Wikipedia that has not only a description but also a list of naturally occurring mountains on planet Earth that look like boobs.
I'm just gonna go back to writing in my book of lore and just
DNA human nature. Yes, everything goes back to Booba. Ari needs to play ZZZ. I did play ZZZ on its launch date. I just haven't streamed it since then.
Zenless Zone Zero, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, my character model would be perfect for Zenless Zone Zero. It just needs, like, really over-exaggerated bounce. Because it wouldn't be Zenless Zone Zero if it wasn't, like, ridiculously over-animated, and I mean that in a good way.
I was gonna say, nowadays, that's pretty much a requirement.
Yeah. But you have to pay the big bucks for the rigging that'll give you the exaggerated bounce. And when I say the big bucks, I mean, like, baseline $2,000.
Oh shit, that much? Fuck that shit.
Don't fuck that shit, you'll get an infection.
If I had the skills to do that, and I actually did.
Was that an Ishimaru reference? If it was, it wasn't intentional, but given that I voiced Kiyotaka Ishimaru in the old Danganronpa fan dub, that works perfectly.
Oh god.
Alright, we're doing better on Wyvern.
That's good.
What's your ring count at?
206.
204?
204. 202 now. You know, around 200.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a chance.
Also, I've never seen Wyvern use that, like, I'm a firing my laser attack before. Genshin and Zenless have, like, 30 trillion nude mods, so it's perfect for your hypothetical new business venture. Yes, but it could also potentially damage any future sponsored streams from Hoyoverse, since I have done a sponsored stream from them before.
Yeah.
I never really played Genshin, Honkai, or Zenless. Like, I haven't really gotten...
I haven't played Zenless in a long time. Like, I go in and out of playing it. And I haven't played Honkai since my sponsored stream. I'm not against playing either.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm just not really into games that are, like, heavily gacha. Like, I'm just
I'm not
that.
either, unless the gacha rate is, you know, fair enough. Like, the first gacha I ever got into, even a little bit, it was purely down to to a specific character design, was Azure Lane. That was purely for one of the ship girls, which is Kashino. Like, I saw a promo animation of her. I was like, gummy thick big booba cowgirl who's also, like, shy and clumsy. Hell yes, this is speaking to all of my interests.
The only gacha game I even played, and I wasn't really much of a fan of gacha, is Final Fantasy Bravious Exodus, I think it's called. It's a phone
Brave
game.
Exvius.
Yes, thank you. And I think that was the only one I played for a little while. Then I completely, like, lost interest. It's just It's not like I don't hate the game. It's just the fact I just don't like the idea of gacha in general. Like, that's just me, though.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, that's fair.
But, like, the reason I stopped playing Azure Lane all comes down to that character I got really attached to the design and personality of, Kashino. Because I pulled her very easily when she was not in one of the banners, so she was supposed to be, like, super hard to get, and I managed to pull her within, like, my first month of playing. I'm like, okay, I got the girl I wanted, what do I do now?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. The closest thing I ever did for, I guess, like a gacha you want to do besides that Final Fantasy game was a game for L-Sword. It was you get to pull like costume pieces or whatever, and regrettably I'm not going to be seeing that $200 ever again. But I pulled the outfit I wanted. Was it worth it? At the time, yes. Is it worth it now? No. Hell no. I could have used that $200 for something else.
Alright, we're doing better on night.
Okay.
I say that and I get hit.
Don't
God.
jinx yourself, Ari.
No, I mean, this
Ari.
time I didn't lose rings because I'm in the fight.
Okay, good. Good. Please let this be the run.
Alright, side-looped him. Okay, yeah, that took out a good chunk of his health. Thanks for that tip, Camo. All the tips, Camo. I wouldn't be able to do this as efficiently, you know, for want of a better word, as I have without your help. You've been a real help during this.
Yes, Camo. We appreciate the contribution and we salute you for your service.
Psyloop is stupid OP in this fight. I noticed. I noticed with just that one Psyloop.
Yeah, I kind of like the choice of shields that Knight is using. I always did like a saw blade shield.
Yeah, the saw blade shield.
Okay,
you will
ask-
love the saw blade shield from Doom the Dark Ages. Then
I was gonna say, like, what kind of shield he was using, like a kite shield, tower shield, but no, it's a buzzsaw blade, and I'm like, okay.
Yep. Honestly, my whole reason for liking the saw blade shield is because back in like 2009, when Bionicle was on its way out, we had a character, actually not even a character, but like a species of
and it's done.
Nice.
We did it.
We did it.
Yo!
I really need to play Doom the Dark Ages. It looks fun. It is fun. Just go into it knowing it's less like Doom Eternal and more like, actually, now that I think about it, it's more like the original Quake. In terms of its aesthetic and, weapon variety. And it's very heavily based on, parries. Funnily enough, from tonight, it's heavily based around a parrying system. Alright, time for the moment that is 100%, I refuse to believe it isn't, 100% a shout out to that Final Fantasy Sonic Flash game. Where he picks up the sword and kills the knight with it. Picks up the fucking big-ass sword that's like 15,000 times bigger than he is. I like the concept of a less movement-based Doom game. Yeah, that would be Doom the Dark Ages.
But yeah, back in 2009, we were introduced to a line of a species of characters called Skrull. S-K-R-A-L-L. I think it was 2 L's. Regardless.
Skrull?
Skrull, yeah. Yeah, it was similar to Skrull, but like Skrull. Instead of with a U, it was an A. And the idea of the Skrull were that they were like, they were a warrior-based tribe. Hold on.
But you must. That power is a fragile thing. It was not meant for you. It has been synchronized to your form as best as it can, but if used recklessly, the power will leave you entirely.
I'm not used to holding back.
I can feel the enemy's approach is nigh. Go. You have been given all we can give you. I cannot do anything. I can do nothing more for my people. I entrust the rest to you.
Oh, yeah?
In other words, don't fuck up.
Don't screw it up! Don't screw it up! Alright, our next objective. Proceed to the final battle. First of all, I need to turn the difficulty back to hard. Now that we're done with the trial.
But yeah, the Skrull were,
Also, make sure you save.
Nii-chan.
Yes, I'm gonna save. Thank you for the head pats. Holy shit. I needed them.
My hand, and we can do the other things, but I need my head pats, so Nii-chan.
Fucking hell, I'll pat your damn head now. Stop joking me!
Oh my god.
Sonic about to say a dickhead quip, but stopping himself is my favorite part of that cutscene. Yes. And max your rings? Yes, I will. I'm just going to side-loop over and over again to spawn rings. Because I am not going in to, the final fight.
Final battle without...
max rings.
reserves.
yeah. But yeah, so like the regular like foot soldier Skrull all had like they were all exactly the same, but they all had like saw blade shields, which is like that's the reason why I like them so much, because in the movies they made it so they actually had handles, but in the toys it was just a case where it's like the shield could actually like be held like Captain America's shield almost.
So like mounted onto the figure.
Yeah, well, not even mounted. Like the figure could hold it like in its hand, and the idea was that it was supposed to be able to like it spun freely in the figure's hand.
Oh,
but
okay, sort of like a Dinobot's like spinny tail shield thing.
Yeah, except it was a little awkward looking the way it was held. I really wish they figured out a way to actually like mount it on the arm, but they couldn't do that because of the parts that they had at the time, and what they wanted to do with the figure. So I get why they couldn't do that. But there was like at one point in the comics for Bionicle, a Skrull actually during a arena fight, threw its saw blade shield, just like Captain America would his shield, and with the saw blade, spinning at high speed, hell yeah, you're gonna cut shit, you're gonna mow some motherfuckers down. Which actually reminds me, Nico, and
Huh?
Sorry, I got distracted by somebody throwing something at Ari.
Okay.
But yeah, I have an idea of something I want my character to use tool-wise or weapon-wise, but I will talk more about it with you tomorrow.
So something kind of like the customized, like something that you've had with something that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, like if you don't think it can work, feel free to veto it. It's just an idea I had.
No,
if it can work,
I again, like I said, one, I thank you for coming to me about this, and two, I don't mind giving my players custom items for like something that is a significance to the person themselves. I mean, Lulu has one, Ari has one, I believe.
Yeah.
Also, I heard the squeaky noise.
Yes,
Chuck
Ricking
has
threw something at my face. That was squeaky. I think it was a rubber duck. Or maybe something.
Okay.
Rubber ducky, you're
Rubber
the
ducky.
one.
Oh God.
I'm
But,
considering right. Yeah, sorry. You go ahead, Nico.
No, you first. You first. You talk.
I was just gonna say that I'm like just as we started saying rubber ducky, I happen to be staring face to face with a rubber ducky right now on my computer because I snagged one from Anime Magic a few weeks ago. because I intend to bring this to David K to have him. You know, I'm not gonna have him sign it. I'm just gonna flat out give it to him.
Good lord. I
Feel like, no, I don't want you to sign it. It's a present.
Yes, exactly. It's like, my lord, you're Ducky.
Oh god.
You're Ducky, Lord Megatron.
Yep.
What did
Great,
Camo
the cream
do?
pieing has begun again.
Oh god, no. Look, I just got my armor and shit cleaned, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But no, I will definitely, you know, I can work something for my grocery shopping.
Like tomorrow, I told my mom, it's like for tomorrow, like, slight change of plans, Nico, but I will let you know, it's like, I'm letting you know now. After my homework is finished, I told my mom I would give her a hand in the front yard because as I was walking Widget, I saw a rat out in the front yard. So I'm just like, my mom's intending on doing some weeding tomorrow, so I asked her, it's like, she wanted my help, and she's like, yeah, I would appreciate the help. And I said, yeah, I'll help you after I'm done with my homework, of course.
That's fine. Like I said, I'm going to be grocery shopping in the afternoon, and I'll be in practically all day.
Yeah, so
whenever
whenever I'm done and you happen to be on, we'll talk then.
Yeah, I'll probably be on, like, mainly after... My god, I want to say after 4 o'clock, because there's a stream I watch daily that I want to have finished.
Alright.
So,
Master King has said the time has come. We have 4 options. We can proceed to the final battle. We can swap characters if we want to play around with the other characters some more. We can do the trial again!
No!
Or we can, return to exploring the island.
Let's just end this already.
The time has come, and so have I. As the theme to Devil May Cry 4 says.
Oh my god.
Ready for the final battle? Yes!
But yeah, I'll definitely be on most of the day tomorrow with JKR. Because I'll be helping R, helping you.
Naturally.
I'll be helping Lulu on Tuesday with her character. But she's only got stats she has to roll and copy and paste stuff from the book for 5th level.
Okay.
And then roughly that's about it.
The chicken's
I got
back!
as much as I can. Oh god. Hi Minecraft chicken! But Furret gave me
and Eggman still got his sandwich. Oh my god, he's handing Sonic the sandwich.
You may have a bite hedge, but only one.
Technically hedge dog since it's Corona.
Yeah.
It's peak, yes.
We're out of time.
Oh my god.
Alright, time to see Super Corona 2. It looks exactly the same as the first one, but with green eyes. Just like how Supersonic 2 is just Supersonic with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Actually, no, this isn't the Supersonic 2 part of the game yet. This is just the fight with Supreme, so she wouldn't have gone Super 2 yet. Let's hope Eggman doesn't start hankering for some chicken on that sandwich. No, it's like the description of the turkey sandwich in Psychonaut said. It's a turkey sandwich because it's perfect for when you want to have something that's like chicken, but not.
Damn it, now you're making me want a sandwich. Black Forest ham, cheese, and bacon for me. Damn it, now I'm hungry.
You hate bacon? It's okay, everyone's entitled to their wrong opinions.
I mean, not everybody has to. Not everybody has to.
I joke about that, of course. I know plenty of people who who don't eat bacon.
Maxine, I'm gonna have to tell you this. JKR is already path with you. Do you really want to have another? Do you really want to deepen that?
You act like I'm not I'm one to back down from a challenge if it involves pissing someone off.
This is true.
But here's the thing, though. You may be immortal, but here's the thing: you could still suffer, and I'm pretty sure with the IQ of 300 that JKR has, he has ways.
He'll put me in. He won't kill me. He'll just seal me in the same vault that they're keeping the Ark of the Covenant, James Woods, and the demo for Mega Man Legends 3 in.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But then again, I'd probably put you in a separate vault, just for the fact is that you wouldn't have access to that demo first.
I never said I would have access to it. I never said, like, I would be, just free to walk around in there. I'm saying, like, I would be in, like, a box or something in there.
Honestly, I could see you being put into, like, a stasis pod or something like that, and then you'd be, like, just kind of
I was about to call you racist if you said a coffin.
Well, first of all, with Maxine's booba, would she even fit in a pot?
I didn't say pot.
Pod.
It sounded like you said pot. My mistake. I know what pot is.
All right.
Yeah,
Supreme is defeated, and now we're getting ready to go into the final boss fight with the end. A good boss fight with the end.
And the funny thing is this: the hardest thing in this entire DLC was those 3 trials. God forbid. Good Lord.
By the way, is it really normal to eat bacon at breakfast in America, at least? And a lot of European settled places in North America. So basically, that would consist of just all of North America. Yes.
Yeah. The only question is...
All right. The end has just attached itself to Supreme. It attached itself to Supreme through basically an umbilical cord. Channeling its energy directly into it. And it's getting ready to mutate.
Oh no.
It's Morbin time.
Get out.
You see, I would get out, but here's the problem. Every time I do, I always end up back here.
Oh, it's going on all fours. It's going beast mode. And it's growing more arms. Yep, this is this is the end. The trials are complete. The final Titan has appeared.
Only one last thing to do. Kick its ass.
Now, this part of the fight is supposed to be like, you're barely whittling away at its health. Be when I have a mild migraine. Exactly. All right, now it's time for Super Corone 2. Oh, it's just Supersonic.
Oh.
It's Supersonic 2 with Corone's aura. You know what? Somehow that's fitting.
Oh, God. Instead of a supersonic hedgehog, we have a supersonic doggo.
As in, like, Corone's outline is around Supersonic 2's body. Make sure I have, difficulties on hard. Get him out of here. Where did Sonic come from? Get him out of here. Yeah, what is this, a Sonic game or something?
This ain't Corona Frontiers. This is Sonic Frontiers. Hate to break it to the fans.
And since I min-maxed this entire fight, I just won it in a few seconds.
Congratulations, you capped out your stats and you beat the final boss in record time.
Corona is possessing Sonic, yes.
Yes, precisely.
And
Oh my
now,
God.
Psyloop, the cannon. Who's Sonic? Is that an obscure character from the Corona comics? Yes. Created by Ken Penders.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah,
Unfortunately, Corona never got a paycheck since the Ken Penders incident.
Nope.
Watch people make a comic now of becomes canon in the this fan base.
how am I
of the
going
series.
to how am I going to quick Psyloop this thing when I don't have enough quick Psyloop energy? Answer is I'm not. So while I may be able to beat the shit out of its life meter very quickly, it's going to keep healing unless I don't waste my quick Psyloops.
So you have to Psyloop him to death.
I have to quick Psyloop him. Because,
just wow.
yeah, and you recharge the quick Psyloop by punching him.
So save your energy until the moment is right.
Yeah, now he's back at full health. But it's okay, I can do this. I'm totally not gonna Vegeta this and, you know, get my ass kicked.
I got the first aid kit standing by.
Gonna need a sensu beam for that one.
I just now noticed that Supreme's legs went digigrade.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going beast mode.
I mean, you weren't kidding. I thought it was just like crawling around on all fours, but no, it is literally like, you know, walking on all fours.
Yeah. Well, more than 4 now, since it grew more arms out of its back.
Fair enough. I mean, it makes sense that the arms would actually grow out of the back just for, you know, I mean, have you seen that thing? Look at the, you know, look at all the holes that backpack has.
The end, what a journey. How many poyon I heard.
Oh God. I mean, the VODs are up on YouTube. If you want to count how many.
All right, time for the finale. Psyloop the gun, and we defeat, with Eggman's help, we defeat this eldritch monstrosity the American way.
With a fucking railgun.
Repeat that again with Snake's voice, please. Which thing? The end, what a journey, how many poyon I heard. You know what? Since we're finally at the end of this, I'll do it for free. The end. What a journey. Yawn, I heard.
And again, I say, look back at previous streams and count how many poyon you've. I dare you.
Power of a giant sandwich and a giant gun. Murica, the only way it could be, yeah, I did it for free, Ricking. Just because it's a special occasion. And now we get some help holding up the barrier to charge up the gun. That Sage is putting up with the power of Tails, Knuckles, and a Minecraft chicken. Chicken jockey!
I hate you for that. I hate you for that. I hate you for that. Oh my God.
Use your aggressive feelings, Nico. The hate is swelling in you now.
You know, the funny thing is, I've gotten so numb, there is no aggressive feelings I can use to power myself.
Alright, time for phase 2. And time for one of the coolest attacks. BAM! That's what the counter's like for Supersonic 2.
let me ask you this, Ari. If you had to, if you had to envision a form that we as, we mere mortals could not fully, we could only begin to comprehend, what do you think the end's true form would actually look like?
Isn't that kind of an oxymoron?
Yeah, I know.
Like, imagine something that doesn't exist. That's what an eldritch monstrosity. Imagine something that can't be imagined by mortal minds. It's like, yes, that's exactly what Lovecraft wrote. That's why his monsters are described as a series of contradictions.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking more so at I've seen a lot of tentacle monsters for like. These
you've seen a lot of tentacle monsters, have you?
Oh my god.
Not in that regard, no. But
do we have to look at your search history?
Look, I ain't gonna shame you for being into tentacles. That's a top tier kink.
Here's the thing. My true form has fucking tentacles.
I just barely made it through this one because I had less than 100 rings left. Because that attack that big, fuck off ball attack he did, drains hundreds of rings from you.
Ow.
Aren't we all into tentacles? Not everyone. I've known people that aren't.
I'm not. I'll pass, thank you.
Alright, now it's time to defeat the end with the power of friendship and this gun I found. Literally, one of the few times you can say that's what we're doing.
but no, the end can be many things, but as long as people are willing to stand up against the end to protect humanity and those on it, the end is not coming anytime soon.
I would hope the end's not coming. That would be worse than super laser piss.
Power.
You know what?
Alright, time for Cybersonic, a form that we only get to see here and then never again, and we don't get to play as.
Oh, jeez. Isn't this the same point in the game where... Isn't this the same point in the game where Eggman actually is able to, use the targeting reticle on his glasses in order to fire this thing?
I can't remember. Yes, he does, right there.
Yep.
Ads now? Oh no, ads at the worst time.
Oh god.
If I had a nickel for every time Eggman destroyed a moon with a giant gun, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not much, but it's awesome that it happened twice.
Yeah, right.
Third time technically wasn't Eggman.
I was gonna say the original moon is still damaged. The only reason why we don't see it is because it turned on its aura.
Yeah. Please let us see Eggman sandwich in the scene with Sage. That I don't think it will happen because this scene is pre-rendered.
Pretty much, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Look, at least you guys got to see the sandwich at all.
Yeah.
But the real question is, what toppings were in the sandwich?
Well, we saw lettuce and tomatoes and some kind of probably poultry-based meat.
Yes, but did he put jalapenos on the sandwich? Did he go for spicy?
You know what? I'll have to go on the models resource, see if they have Sonic Unleashed models on there, and see if they have the sandwich models specifically. All right, this is the better ending because Sage didn't die.
Yeah.
You did well, Sage. It's time to head home, dear daughter.
Aww.
Home. I like the sound of that. Father.
Aww.
Aw, adorable.
Have I ever told you about that, Sage? Have I ever told you about the time I pissed on the moon?
Oh, God. Don't you ruin this moment. for the poor Robian girl. Don't you dare! What am I?
Father?
You know
If
what?
you're my father, then where is my mother? Look, there was a nasty divorce because she kept fucking everyone except for me.
Well, look, you see. Oh my. Well, look, you see, there were some ports in the computer. Then, well, I was bored today.
No, it's like, listen. Shadow's a bitch-ass motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Sage didn't die, but Eggman lost his sandwich. At
I'm
what
dying.
cost? Sage didn't die, but Eggman lost his sandwich. At what cost? I mean, either way, we have to. The moral of this story, other than you can't escape Sonic in a Sonic game, even with mods, is no matter what, Eggman had to lose something in order to save the day.
I have a question, Ari. From what I heard about the ending for Frontiers, there's been a lot of things I heard about them saying like, Sonic, no, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy go on their own. Something for themselves.
That's what they say they're going to do after this game, but we haven't seen anything follow up on that yet because the Sonic games that have come after that are Sonic X Shadow Generations, which is a remaster and side story to Sonic Generations. Sonic Superstars, which is in the classic era, so it's a prequel. And now Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. So we haven't gotten
no,
a mainline
follow-up.
We haven't gotten a follow-up to this yet.
Yeah, because I was saying, like, I heard about them going.
But yeah, all of them talk about like they're going to go on their own adventures now. As you do their separate bonding moments throughout the main story. They're all going to, like, Amy's going to go on her own adventure to, like, in the name of love. Knuckles is going to try and explore the world outside of his island.
And Tails for knowledge.
No, Tails is trying to learn how to be a hero without having to rely on Sonic.
Okay.
IDK where Dream Team is in this timeline before Frontiers, I'd assume. I don't know if the official Sonic timeline that's out on the Japanese Sonic website mentions Dream Team. Okay, so Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is confirmed to be after Frontiers, that's right. But, like, we haven't gotten a mainline, main game follow-up to Sonic Frontiers. You're technically correct, the best kind of correct. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is our follow-up to Sonic Frontiers. What they did after this game, they threw Amy a murder mystery-themed birthday party.
Yeah.
On a train.
Come to think of it, a murder mystery train thing, though, would be pretty cool.
It's basically just Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
But without Hercule Poirot!
Hercule Poirot.
Oh my god.
Hercule Poirot! Sorry, I have to say it like strong sad when he was dressed as Hercule Poirot for Halloween.
Forgot they did that.
They went their own ways, except for Amy's birthday. Nobody misses Amy's birthday and gets away with it. Yeah, even Shadow knew not to miss Amy's birthday, and they barely interacted with each other outside of Sonic Adventure 2.
There's a lot of people, like fans and everything. They want to see Amy get with Shadow, and
I was one of them as a kid.
Back.
I was one of them as a kid. And there's a lot of cute fan art of them as a couple.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cute pairing, but not on the top of my list.
It's not on the top of my list. Mostly because I couldn't really see Shadow getting with anyone. He's too much of a loner.
Yeah.
And also, since he's, biologically immortal in that he doesn't age and can't die of old age, I feel like he's sort of like in a, Bayonetta pre-Bayonetta 3 situation where it's like,
to my
Where it's
eyes.
like, you know,
At least for a while.
I don't want to commit to a relationship when I know I'm going to outlive my lover.
I was gonna say what I see Shadow being in a way is maybe like a mentor or a teacher to like Sonic's kid or something. Like that's my headcanon at least. Like I see
He becomes
it
a
being.
mentor to Cream the Rabbit, teaches her in the ways of the gun.
Joke's on you. You think Cream the Rabbit needs training? Cream the Rabbit or destroy world.
She doesn't need the training. She just does it for she does it so she can be even more deadly in ways that people don't expect. It's like haha, I've taken away your precious chow. What are you going to do now, Cream? Oh, you think that's all I have, Eggman? Behold, this is a 9mm. Wait, what?
I was gonna say she whips out Desert Eagle.
She whips out the railgun from Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, no kidding. She just whips out it. No, oh no.
She doesn't even threaten Eggman. She's just like, oh no, you've got me. Pulls out a gun and caps him in the head.
I just imagine her pulling out a.
She does what
AK
no
now.
other Sonic character was brave enough to do, and just kills Eggman.
She just pulls out an AK. Now, guess what? I'm the most powerful one, motherfucker.
Chingun. Chingun.
Oh, God. She just borrows Tails' mech, just aims it at him. Oh,
It is confirmed to have a Vulcan cannon on it.
yeah, there's also a mod for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for Creed to ride around and then just use it with her actual voice clips.
Eggman would survive a bullet through cartoon logic. Yes, he would survive, but it would hurt like hell.
Look, see, here's the
It's
thing
not
people
about
fail to-
about killing him. It's about hurting him.
I was gonna say, yeah, like killing somebody is not the worst thing you can do to them. The worst thing you can do to a person that is technically immortal and can live through most things, you can make them suffer and they will have to live with it for the rest of their life.
If only Gerald had that ability, or Maria. Look, Maria's a canon event. If she dies, half the stuff in Sonic doesn't happen. If she survives, then the entire Sonic timeline is undone.
Pretty much, yeah, so...
Yeah, Maria's death is a fixed point in time. Can't really mess with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, if it's Doctor
The 12-year-old must die in order for reality to hold itself together.
Basically, Maria's death is a point in time. It has to happen, otherwise everything just goes to shambles.
Yep.
The plot of the
Who-
next anniversary game, Shadow goes back in time to try and prevent Maria's death this time, and he undoes all of reality, so he must himself go back in time and kill Maria.
Okay, that just fucked up, alright?
I mean,
He
here's
must
the
go
thing,
back
if
in time
Doctor-
to make sure that Maria dies.
If Doctor Who has taught us anything, don't mess with fixed moments in time.
I thought if Doctor Who taught us anything, it's that time is a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
That too, but there are certain things you just can't fucking mess with.
And then,
Yeah,
then
it's-
2099 Spider-Man beats Shadow's ass for fucking up the canon event. Exactly.
I was gonna say, the thing, you can't mess with things that are supposed to happen. They happen because it's there for a reason.
Precisely.
God forbid.
Well, think of it like this, Camo Kaplamo. If Maria doesn't die, Gerald doesn't go insane. Therefore, he probably serves as a better mentor figure to Dr. Eggman, meaning that Dr. Eggman doesn't become an evil, world-conquering scientist, meaning that the events of the classic series doesn't happen as well.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
becomes a
yeah.
He's still the greatest scientific genius in the world, but the difference is that he's not out to,
He's not out.
rule the
He's not.
world.
He's not
out to rule
mess
the world. He's
up.
out to save it from climate change instead of causing the climate change through roboticization instead of global warming.
Joke's on you. Climate change happens anyway.
Climate change happens anyway, except this time he's not the one causing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We dedicate this
He's
game to
trying to
all
stop
players
it.
who supported us. Thank you for playing. Thank you.
Thank you for playing.
I love when games give you a thank you for playing message.
Yeah,
Like, man wouldn't have as
sweet
much
concept.
parental issues and childhood neglect. Exactly.
Yeah, like my whole thing with whenever a game says thank you for playing, while I appreciate it, my mind instantly goes to the whole like, I'm sorry, but your answer must be in the form of a question. But thank you for playing.
Oh my god. So does beating the DLC unlock anything?
It unlocks a new game plus mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A new game plus mode for the DLC.
So that's it.
Yes. Like all the
basically-
unlockables were, in the game at launch. So they don't add new unlockables through because the DLC was a free update. So it's not like
The
the only other unlockables they added were before the DLC, which is the jukebox stuff and the spin dash.
Okay.
So
I guess that's Sonic Frontier.
Yes, that is Sonic Frontiers. Mod Madness finally finished.
Well, that was a fun adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Especially 3 hours of like trying to get past 3 assholes.
If you factor in how long it took from the last stream, that makes 6 hours.
Jesus.
Oh my god, that was worth it. The satisfaction I get from feeling that is overwhelming. It warms the cockles of my cold heart.
I'm not even gonna say anything because I have no insight or no.
Perfect time to resub Ricking and also cream pie me unintentionally, I presume. The worst kind of cream pieing.
Thank you for getting some custard on my face. Ugh.
Let's see who we're gonna raid tonight.
Let's see.
Um,
Necessary. I do, but I don't want to waste a majority of my points, so I am going to let you choose, Ari.
let's see who is.
Are we also giving them a raid message or?
You know what? We will tonight. Let me see who from Elden
your
Ring we're
time.
gonna be raiding tonight.
Oh boy.
We are going to raid.
Who's our target?
We're going to raid Shadow Stew, who is playing Skate and apparently has full body tracking.
I'll say
Okay.
The new Skate game, not the old one.
Okay.
Yeah, full body tracking, impressive. Let me
Also, thank you,
actually type it
Foghorn
in.
Leghorn, for cussing us out.
You're welcome.
And our raid message will be... That's redeems, not emojis.
Oh my god.
It's not Kayabunga, Ricking, it's Cowabunga.
Or if you're looking at the Brazilian live-action sussy version of Ninja Turtles, Conchadunga.
Didn't the Ninja Turtles do a pickle commercial that was questionable?
What didn't they do commercials for?
Well, again, I don't have much knowledge on it, so that's why I asked.
I could show you some cursed commercials, but that's for
We're saving
the
that's
anniversary
for another-
stream.
Which, by the way, Lulu has a bunch of has a plan for everybody here.
Afraid.
Oh no,
Very afraid.
so am I. That's not fine.
You're afraid. I am very concerned. And here's the thing: I live with Lulu. I'm always scared 24/7, be it of you, Maxine, you, JKR, Lulu, Furret, Miles, or anybody above.
Right.
Oh, Miles is already above us.
There's our raid message. Let's say our goodbyes. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to my co-host for joining me tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night with more Metal Gear Solid Delta. Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, the boys have called us. We hope you like our show. No, you're rooting for us, but now we have to go. Did you initiate the raid? Oh, yeah, you did.
I'm just gonna go for right now and mental press.
Good night, everybody.